Guten Morgen, half a day again. I'm a little late today because I stayed a bit longer at work today, and so I was like running home. I was like, so if I feel a little sweaty, that's why. But hello, today we're continuing the methods, the Canada files. I believe we left off on case 2, and there's 4 cases, so let's get into it. Because we did the hangout, so we're good on that front. And hello again. So we'll say load. Right, I like super panic saved everything. I am a cheater at heart. I think you'll like this game, Lewis, because it's got like Ace Attorney vibes with its investigation. Let's face it, most games aren't fun without mods. Most developers know this and rely on modding communities to make their game fun for them. If the game is broken or ugly, who cares? Sorry, I just chugged a whole bunch of water. The modders will fix it. Where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. I had no problems with hacking the Game Master's comms. I feel like I'm a little loud, so I'm gonna just turn that down a bit. Learning the secrets of the contest and cheating in this game of his. After all, the Game Master's contest was broken. What was the purpose behind using actual criminals to construct the crimes? Why was the whole contest so sketchy? Why the secrecy? It felt wrong. So I was simply using a mod to improve my experience, just like any other game. This isn't any game, detectives. This round is different. We don't want you to waste any time as it costs a lot of money to rent this place out. Had to pay everyone's salary. Anyway, some of the rooms are not part of the mystery, so we are marking the correct path with helpful yellow tape. Here's the case file. Killed IRL. Investigate the crime scene. Fill in the summary. Got it. Kabam. Your time begins now. Dramatic. It's no big deal. You just pause before you say, now. I want to try it. Now. You can't try it now. I already did it. Did I really have to spy on these annoying people? Doing great. The Game Master speaker was mounted on a dummy. It keeps finding ways to make it more disturbing. This dummy isn't related to the case, right? It's the wrong color and doesn't have the word suspect or victim on it, so I would say it's unrelated, yes. Cool. There's a log here. All the people who entered and exited the building, eh? Let's take a look. Sellens, Posen, Fries, Tristan, Wilhelm, Odev. Exited. Sellens. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This person never left, so there are 7 people accounted for in this log. If you hear Russell, it's because there's wasps outside, so we're not opening the door. He's like, let me outside, and I'm like, no, there's wasps out there. Security cameras are positioned in just the right place to record everyone entering and exiting. Nobody's getting through here without authorization, right, Larika? Seems secure, yes. Though there are many ways to tamper with security gates, this one has not been sabotaged. Thanks, Tads. So it's safe to say that if some murderer snuck in, we would know. Yes. You've seen everything here, I guess. Right, Larika? Why are you asking me? I'm not team leader. But you want to be. Let's just move on. I had to be more firm or they wouldn't take me seriously. Huh? Why did they choose Seuss to be leader? Struce, not Seuss. But why? Everyone else is smarter and better and more attractive than her in every conceivable way. Pay more attention, Kane. I was busy. The voices in my head were even more mean than the usual voices in my head. Or Struce. Watch cats. Long Cry 3. Oh my god, this is great. Instead of watch dogs, it's watch cats. We walked down the halls of Ubihard. Posters of various video games that I spent hours playing were on the walls. The Game Master had so much pull that he could rent out an actual company. How chilling. We quickly reached the main office. I hated to admit it, but the immersion-breaking yellow tape was super useful. Now that I was team leader, I could tell my teammates what to do. I had the power. Let's perspective. Now to get a better view. Oop. Got 8 of them, okay. Oop. Oh. It's like just the one. Okay, just 3 more. One more thing. You may want a map of the office. You drew this very fast. Thanks. There's a lot to investigate. You need a strategy. What's your strategy, Struce? My strategy was do something and pretend I intended to do it. Well, it's time to get investigating. Okay. Let's get this. Hi, person. Oh, can't talk to you yet. Okay. Your strategy is looking at the desks first. This one interests me. Animation software. Looks like we can scrub through the latest animation. Why is it just a skeleton? Oh, that's a character rig. You can swap out different 3D models while keeping the same animation. Oh, good thing you're the team leader on this one. I know, right? Amazing coincidence. Amazing coincidence. Let's try hacking? I can crack this wide open. Is there a way to go frame by frame? I'd like to make sure we don't miss anything. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Okay, your arm just eat it out. Oh, eats out again. God, I'm getting flashbacks to college. Ugh. This is weird. What's going on with the animation? The capture data was messed up for some reason. Was it corrupted or sabotaged? Good question. Snap to center. I dug out all the info I could from Key's computer. Okay. Let's see what's going on over here. Performance capture studio. I've always wanted to be transformed into a CGI monkey. Performance capture. I've heard of it. Where they capture real movements from actors and put them in the game. This is where it happens. Capturing a movement in time forever. Like a camera, but in 3 dimensions? Intriguing. Sounds like your method, Tats. Ah. Still can't talk to her. That's fine. Suspect. The computer of a real video game developer. Struce is having fun. Hacking. Assassin's Creed? Okay. Sports feature. Cool stuff. Email. From Mike to Saul. As your contract stipulates, no employee covered by this agreement shall work on his or own behalf as a self-employed individual after his regular hours of employment or on Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, and designated days off on any work covered by the jurisdiction of this agreement. Please report to my office tomorrow at 4 p.m. This is your final warning. Oh. That's very threatening. The email was sent yesterday, so a meeting took place already. Articles, emails, home error. Trash. Trash was empty. Huh? Fluffy Cafe. The Assassin's Creed reboot really changed everything. Oh, that's so cute. That's the kind of game I'd like to play. Of course you would. I'm kind of dying. I'm guessing this is what he's working on. I dug all the info I could from Saul's computer. Wow, the desk of a real video game developer. All work and no gameplay makes Saul a dull boy? Should I be impressed? I'm happy for you. All work and no gameplay makes Saul a dull boy. Quote makes me think he's a writer. Also, he's written all over his desk. Video games have writers? Yes, they do. Oh, okay. So passionate. I can talk to him. My name's Saul. Saul O'Dev. You're detectives? No use talking to me. I'm, just touring the studio. I don't work here. I've barely even been here a minute. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Obviously works here, but how do we prove it? Something here in the office that shows his name would be best. Oh, is it this? How do we prove it? Oh, 2 things. Sorry, email and this. There we go. It only took a minute to scrawl your name all over this desk. And what about the email the CEO clearly sent you? Oh no, I'm such an idiot. Why do I even bother lying? Look, I'm not involved in any of this. I was working at UbiHard's other game, Fluffy Cafe. I have nothing to do with the Assassin's Creed team. It's working. I have nothing to do with it. I mean, isn't it just this? If Fluffy Cafe is an official game, why was it concealed as Assassin's Creed? Oh, right. That's very suspicious, isn't it? I just keep stepping on ranks, don't I? Fine. I'm making this stupid little worthless game nobody will like. It's not officially an UbiHard game, but that doesn't mean it's illegal or something. That doesn't mean it's illegal. This? Yes. Are you sure about that? This email mentions a contract violation. This is about you working on that game, isn't it? Okay, you got me. But this isn't what you think. The buttons on Mr. O'Dev's chest light up. We could meet him properly. You did well, Struce. Thanks. I'm the lead designer and writer on Ass Creed. I write the painful cliche dialogue and all the boring side missions. Sounds like he loves his job. I just want something fun to work on, not so self-serious. That's why in my spare time I was developing Fluffy Cafe, a wholesome game that your whole family can enjoy in this depressing world. Even your cat will like it. Adorable. Where can I play it? It's made up for the contest, Anodyne. Sounds like the detectives like my game idea. I told you so. Yeah. I know that email seems harsh, but in our meeting today we resolved everything. I didn't know the moonlighting clause in the contract was so restrictive. Mike offered to simply buy the rights to Fluffy Cafe to allow me to continue working on it. I'm very grateful since I also needed the additional funds to hire some artists for the game. He was somewhat of a nice guy after all. When police first arrived, they told us he took his own life. But I don't buy it personally. Guess that resolves it. We don't have evidence that's what took place at the meeting yet. Let's not be so hasty to rule this motive out. Our meeting was at 4 p.m., so the last time I saw Mike alive was probably 4:30? We'd asked Mr. O'Dev everything there was to ask. Thanks. Well, we don't need this anymore. What are you doing? You can't just throw evidence away, Tads. Of course I can. Don't hold on to things you don't need. A cluttered case file will only make the case more confusing. Do you really think those desk scribbles will come in handy later? Maybe? Time is ticking, and when you spend it sorting through useless evidence, you spend it unwisely. Let's proceed as efficiently as we can. I'm inclined to agree with Tads, but you don't want to waste time, Struce. 2 hours is not very long. Tossing it out is too much. I agree with you, Struce. Every piece of evidence matters. Thanks, but I think we're outnumbered. Sorry. But it's true, I think the desk scribbles have served their only purpose. At the same time, we should be careful about what evidence we discard. So check in with us first next time, Tads. I was trying to avoid wasting more time, but it seems like I ended up starting a whole debate. I will check in next time. How about that, Struce? Yeah, that would be better. I think you will appreciate having a neat and tidy case file. It will spark joy. I read that in a book once. Great. Detectives are throwing away evidence. Should we stop them? No. They can solve the crime however they want. It's written in the rulebook. Ah, so it is. Just... okay. Alright, and then this. Who's this person? Don't miss this, Struce. Scratch marks under the desk. They were made recently since there are still some wood shavings on the floor. Thanks, Fu. Why did you move your desk? But only by like a little bit. Very cute. Really? Well, she was entitled to her opinion. In any case, it was definitely suspicious. I made a mental note to check it again later. Okay, can't talk to you. About over here. Whoa, they're rebooting Creed. What is that? It's UbiHeart's most popular game series. You play as an ordinary guy who gets an assassin's mind uploaded to his consciousness. It's like a stealth game, but now it's more of an open world game. I don't know what you're talking about. So this is the game they're making now? Yeah. But did the Game Master spoil their announcement, or is this part of the contest? The Game Master would do that? Maybe? Oh no, go back, hold on. History. I'm sure we didn't. Who cares? This contest is secret, right? Let me just double check this. Ah. Oh no. We actually were supposed to hide all signs of that game. Oops. It's your problem now, Mar. Oh. They were in a lot of trouble. Suspect? Okay. Snooping time. Snoop, 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 snoop. Going into the system. Images, press kit, trash. UbiHeart Montreal. We are saddened to announce that UbiHeart CEO Mike has passed away. Investigations are underway. Full statement linked below. New drafts. We are listening to your passionate feedback, but please be aware that what you may hear about the games from unofficial are just rumors. Any harassment of individuals working on the game will not be tolerated and will result in permanent ban. Let's keep this community positive. Huh. Wonder why this was left in the drafts. If you keep letting that guy ruin your game, I will go to your house, and then you know what will happen next. Don't get on your fans' bad sides and keep as the same as it always was, or there will be consequences. Well, that's not very nice. 12-year-old definitely wrote this. Death threats. Yep, that's part of it. Hey, my wisdom tooth surgery thing went late on my way from Mike to Gabby. Late to work. A dentist appointment? Explains why he came in late. So if someone claims he came in late for some other reason, we can show them this. I dug all the info from Gabby's computer. Ooh, I can talk to Gabby. You're the detectives? Let's synergize. Our holistic approach could offer lifetime benefits. I'm Gabby Sellers, now available for a limited time only. Good. We don't have much time. I have an exclusive offer for you. The last person to see Mike alive. I saw P.2 meeting with Mike at 6 p.m. Saw P.2 meeting with Mike. Wait, but he clocked out, didn't he? Me with Mike at 6. Maybe this, right? It's like he came late? Nope. Shows Key could not have been the last person to meet with him. Is it the locking in? Where's Mike? This? Security log shows you left early at 5. Your exclusive offer is a lie. Ah, I'm listening to your feedback and will take that into consideration. The death has been very shocking for us. Mike Saxonaire was an award-winning game director known for expertly weaving gameplay with story by utilizing many hours of cutscenes. He did not have a reason to end his life. He did not have a reason to end his life. Is he true? Like this, maybe? No, not that. Mike was suffering. Is it the death threats? You found a death threat in your DMs. Oh, I selected auto. So clearly you knew there were people out there who were threatening him. We take death threats very seriously. I took swift action to strongly discourage that kind of behavior from our community. Did you? Then why did we find your community post in your drafts? There was nothing actually posted about it. I'm afraid I'm out of stock. Fine, feel free to ask me anything you want. Our customer service is available at any time to assist you. Button, light up. Yeah. Alright, boom. I'm Gabby Sellers, Marketing and Community Manager and Personal Assistant to Mr. Rochechenier. You could say I'm a 3-in-1 package deal. It was an inspiration to us all. He was so tough he didn't even flinch when I spilled coffee on his hand during our meeting. Your meeting? What meeting? I was in office all day, innovating. Oh, and he had a dentist appointment this morning, so I had time to clean his desk before he came in. I even had time to dust the bobblehead. You also moved— wait, if that's his desk, you also moved it. As you're aware, I left early at 5. I was distraught about the messages I was getting for that community post I made, so I reverted it to a draft and requested to go home early. Usually it's the one who gets the most death threats. I was not used to being targeted personally that way. Perhaps the police are right that those death threats are why he, you know. Now that we've properly met, we can ask her about evidence, the case file. We hadn't found anything worth asking. We'll come back to that later. Okay, so you should be good. Which means this person we can maybe talk to. No? Ooh, but chair? It's just me, keep posing, animation master. Keep going on, straight ahead. Suspecting me would be quite a stretch. I wasn't even at work today. I've never met a more suspicious person in my life. What happened was horrible, but it wasn't me. I wasn't even at work today? What are you talking about? The security log undeniably shows you were here. Oh no! I forgot about that, but I wasn't anywhere near this room. I was helping Creek sync the audio to the animations all day. You mean this? An animation master who isn't there to record the animations. The data is from today. I'm the Leon, the Creed. This data is from another game. This is for a
Want for speed 9. Yeah. This data's for a racing game, not Creed. I'm gonna pick that. Right? And then I'm gonna pick this. Right? A racing game that needs a death animation? What kind of racing game is that? A depressing one? Fine, you broke me down. Buttons on his chest light up. Nicely done, Struce. All those hours of gaming are actually helping me in my detective work. I always knew it was worth it.
I am keep posing. Oh, key pose. I get it. Lead artist and animator. Very animated. I'm sorry for lying, detectives. I just don't want to be caught. Doing something I didn't do. Mike and I were not on the best terms. He put me on performance capture cleanup and acting duties, when at heart I am a keyframe animator. I kept telling him that keyframes are better. Still, he insisted on performance capture for all the animations. I may have held a bit of a grudge, but let me put you at ease. I'd never follow through on it. And this idea of suicide, he would never do that. Never. If it wasn't suicide, then we need to find a motive. And key was kind of a weak motive in my opinion. Maybe there's another angle to it? Yeah, we'll keep looking for that one. Last time I saw Mike, it was about 5:30. Didn't see him before that. I got very distracted with my animations. So distracted I almost forgot to playtest the game with the others. Oh, you looked at the data. It's messed up. That's weird. I don't know what happened to it. We use internal tracking for the captures, so maybe there was something wrong with the gyroscopes? Or sometimes that can happen if I'm using a prop with other gyros on it, like a mocap sword or flag or something. Maybe the black curtain around the stage messed it up. I don't know, I'm not a technical person. In any case, I didn't check it after I captured it. Hey, we asked him about everything. Posen acts suspicious, but their motive feels shallow. I agree. They're not my prime suspect yet. I don't know, being told to clean up performance capture data instead of animate? It's kind of like if we all were forced to use different methods to solve crimes. Oh no. How awful. Oh, they have an understandable motive after all. Damn it, they're my prime suspect now. Alright, well, this is all good. Oh, I think we're a bit stuck. We should check out that office in the back too. You got it, team leader. The sign on the door reads Mike. The name was so stupid it was actually impressive. So this was the victim's office. I braced myself and swung open the door. Is there a chair in the corner? Oh. Chilling. You can stop hiding, Struce. It's not that bad. She was definitely teasing me. Fine, I guess that's what a team leader has to do. That's right, Struce. Lead the way. Ugh. Alright, let's investigate. Oh, we got a lot to investigate. Okay. Meeting notes. Improved combat. Still feels too gamey. Wants space away from ODev. Bickers often. They hate each other. New marketing strategy. Crossover with Call of Booty. Discussed final warning. Agreed to buyout. Postpone development until AA is done. 10% revenue sharing. A good detective always takes notes too. She clearly was trying to come up with something to say. Poor Larica. This just wasn't her world. Ugh! There's a mouse! Stomp it! It's not a mouse, it's just some trash. Things are going great for the voices in my head. I have one of these. Great for stabbing open letters. Can rip and tear right through your mail. Sounds exciting. Also exciting for the murderer. Couldn't have been given a more convenient weapon. What the? Is it your fault, Mar? No. Oh dear. We've got to tell the detectives. What? I hear them scrambling over my wiretap. Excuse me, detectives. There was some kind of mistake. The letter opener should be on the floor and covered in blood. Just pretend that it is. Thank you. Okay. Problem solved. Hooray. How strange. Game Master is somewhat incompetent. So we did find the murder weapon. Seems like it. Oops. Look closer. There's something there. Is there? Yes. A mark. So something was here on the desk. Is this the bobblehead? Is this the little assassin statue? I think so. The Ubi Hard CEO computer. What wonderful secrets were hiding inside. Get in there. I can't hack in this computer with my device. It's heavily protected. What? Their computers even you can't hack? Well, if we had more time, I could do it in a few hours. See anything around you that looks like a password? No? We'll keep searching then.
This seems useful. Meeting, playtesting meeting. We clearly had 3 meetings. Back-to-back meetings. What do game directors do? Just have meetings all day? Apparently. Oh, look at all this. This explains the victim's attire. You want to put on an outfit, Larika? No thanks. A VR headset was on the floor. Maybe he was playing a game where if you lose, you die in real life. Are those the kind of games you play? Right, the others didn't know about video games. I resolved to keep my bad jokes to myself. So he was playtesting. I'm guessing that's when he got murdered. Memories. How many of these have you played, Struce? All of them. Victim. The victim, Mike. Nice outfit. That's Aston's cloak from the games. He's pretending to be the character. I would also like to die wearing a cool outfit. Autopsy. Let's autopsy what we're dealing with. Click on the highlight areas to examine them. Click the correct floating words in each area to complete the report. I don't know. I don't see anything. Any damage? Okay. Definitely stabbed. Bleeding. Gaping wound. Cut stitches, sharp object, kidney stone, blood force from deep cut? I don't know. Stitches? Sharp object. Shallow scrape? Oh no. Okay, so no damage. No damage. Okay, so that is correct. So gaping wound, stabbed, bleeding. That's all correct. Deep cut. Sharp object. Right stab wound, bleeding, no external, no internal from the stab wound in the solar plexus. Autopsy complete. Lead designer and writer, working on his own indie game on the side. Billy has been forced to do mocap. Director, much respected, found dead. Right. Approximately 3 to 6. Back-to-back meetings. So glad you're on the team. I'm glad I'm on our team too. Judging from how stiff they made the joints on this dummy, I estimate his death was around 3 to 6. Team Tads definitely have a big advantage with Anna dying there. This is what I've been saying. Okay, now I think we have the evidence we need to confront the final dummy. Let's hope so. Final dummy, that's this guy, right? Oh, why is this highlighted again? I had a habit of wearing those outfits a lot, even when we weren't recording stuff for the game. Alright, we asked her everything. Cool. We finally finished interrogating Sellers. Seems like people are unhappy with what they've seen of the latest game. Death threats? Over a video game? Yes, Anna died. What about nice games where you're matching colorful candies? You'd be surprised what people can get irrationally angry about. Remember, wasn't there somebody who was like upset that they like changed the character art for one of the games? And they were like, how dare you, she's my waifu. I think they like killed her. I knew it. This bobblehead is reminding me of something. Anodyne? What, do I bobble? Yes. Who could help me with this? Origin. Tracing the origin. Where is the office? Its desk. The base of the bobblehead looks exactly like the mark we found on Mike's desk. No coincidence is too small. Alright, buddy. You better talk to me. Who's this? Oh god. It's true, stop hiding behind me. You can hide behind me if you want. Mar, you forgot to put the dummy's face on. Ugh, I knew I was forgetting something. Too late to fix it now.
I am glad to have a chat with you. Bugsy Freeze, that's my name. I'd like to help, but I have no idea what drove him to do it. Mike was my friend. His vision for the game was what was bringing us all together. Without it, the game may as well be dead with him. I'm friends with everyone in the studio. We're like a big family. We all want to work closely, especially me. You're such a liar. Hold on. Where's the, right, meeting notes? Not happy. And then, nap. Yeah, you, like, scooted a little bit away. This note mentions someone wanting space from Odev. Someone who was bickering with him. Your desk is the closest to Odev. Well, so what? Space was just a metaphor. Metaphor? You literally moved your desk. But we found scratch marks under your desk. Oh. Fine. I guess there's no point in denying it, but I will deny this. If you think that the note is proof of something, you're wrong. The note was from our meeting yesterday. I didn't show up for our meeting today. Okay, first off, if you didn't show up, then how did you get the bobblehead? You know? Right? Like, it's clearly been there for a hot minute. Right? She said she cleaned it this morning. So if you took it yesterday, then... The bobblehead on your desk. At the base is a unique 7-pointed star. I left a mark on Mike's desk, and Gabby said she saw it there this morning. So you must have taken it today. Oh, I guess you pinned me down. Yeah, Mike gave that to me during our meeting. The buttons on his chest light up. You can now meet him properly. Lead programmer Bugsy Free. You could say my job is to make the game the game. It's true I was clashing with Saul. I turned down his request to program his game for free in my spare time. But I get along with everyone else fantastically. Like I said, Mike was my friend. Even though he was always asking me to put more comments in my code, that pissed me off a bit, to tell the truth. We may have had an argument about it a while ago, but now it's water under the bridge. Dead. My meeting with Mike was 2 p.m. The final time I saw him was about 2:40 p.m. We'd asked Mr. Freeze everything there was to ask. Hard to get a sense of him with his face messed up like that. Also, I'm gonna save. Good. His motive is strong, though. I can tell you all about how annoying it is to add comments to your code. I'm sure you could. I hope the game master fixes his face. Pourquoi tu te prends? We're working on it, okay? I can't hear you. Okay. So Mike was found dead in his office. The obvious answer seems to be that it's simply suicide, like the police said. The case for suicide is airtight. Is it? Mike received a lot of death threats, so it's not unreasonable to say it could have made him feel hopeless. He simply stabbed himself with a letter opener. There's nothing indicating he was planning to do it, but as is often in these cases, there's nothing indicating he wasn't planning to do it either. Wasn't? He had a dentist appointment. If he was like, I'm gonna poof myself today, dentist. If he was planning to do it, there's not much of a point going to the dentist, right? In my expert opinion, from the angle and depth of the wound, I would say it was almost definitely not suicide. And let's rule it out. Feels too simple. If it was murder, proving it becomes much more difficult. Everyone works in this shared office space. Only a few suspects have the opportunity to kill Mike. The ones who were in those meetings with him, one-on-one. Most likely whoever had the last meeting, because otherwise meeting 1 or meeting 2 would have accused 1, and meeting 3 would have accused 2 or 1. I agree. Let's consolidate the evidence we have. Declutter the case file. It's filled with redundancy. What? Hey, I'm the team leader over here. Knowing who met with Russian in his office is the key to this mystery. So, who was the first person who met with Russian today? Nice. Bugsy admitted he had a meeting at 2. Exactly. Now, who was the second meeting with Raj? I last saw Mike at 5:30.
wish I could like re-review my like data and everything. I think it's hurt, right? Because I think you were the last one, right? Sellers was the second. I guess that's the cloak, that's VR, and that's the red. Oh, thank goodness. Ugh. Okay, the second set of meeting notes mentioned marketing, which is Gabby's department. Gabby said she met with him today and spilled coffee on his hand. Fred's meeting notes came first, then Gabby's. They must be in chronological order. So Gabby's meeting was at 3. I think that's a fair conclusion. And lastly, who was at the third meeting? It was Odev, right? Yeah, it was Odev. It just says I need one evidence. Mike's starting an email to Odev, tells him to come in at 4 p.m. Odev mentions seeing Mike alive at 4:30. The meeting notes match up too. Odev was at 4. I think so as well. I'm tossing out their statements and adding that info to the schedule. It's more streamlined that way. Is that okay with you? Yeah, I guess so. Any other important things you'd like to throw out? Yes. I was kidding. We don't need the scratches under Bugsy's desk, the bobblehead, the mark on the desk. Let's just toss them out. Do you agree? Great, I'm doing it. That's a bit extreme. Tickety-tock, tickety-tock. The cute little mouse ran into the clock. Carried a treat, so got squished into me. Tickety-tock, tick, tick. I got stabbed in the back. Oh, that's unpleasant. Time waits for no one. 10 minutes till the first hour is up. Oh no, we've got to get moving. There's still more to investigate. Don't make the same mistake I did, Struce. Make sure we account for all the evidence. I'll try. She's not trying very hard, is she? I will enjoy their failing. Where did I put that face? Wishing them the best of luck. Good luck! They can't hear you, Tosca. But I wish they could. Chapter 7 complete! Let's go. Okay, that took us like 40-ish minutes. Okay. What's that? Oh. Just a quick... Ludo narrative? Harmony. Team Taz has investigated the main office. Now they venture further into the Ubi Hard Games company building. A new challenge begins. Okay. You would think eavesdropping on the Game Master's secret servants would make solving the mystery easier. Who drank my Canada Wet? That was not your can. You were drinking from my can. Then I took it back. No, it was the opposite that happened. You French people are always living in an opposite reality. Vos machines faillement? Yep, they were definitely unhelpful. Okay, team, we've got this. Hey, I feel motivated now. Our investigation continues. Ooh, Foley sound engineering. Ooh, I've always wanted to visit a place like this. Me too, but what is it? The place where the sound effects are made. A Foley studio. Yo. With these new rooms, I was getting confused about the layout of the building. We need a certain someone's help again. Shh, for a second. Now to get a better view. How many we got? 9? How? How do I don't know how. We keep making screenshots. I'm just impressed with you at this point, you know? You're just very impressive. There we go. A new sketch for you. Thank you, Detective V. Gonna sip on some water. Typical casual gamer. I think this was the murder weapon? Intriguing. No, not at all. My coast marks damaged Larica's view of me. Oh! Sound recording booth was hidden in there. You should take a closer look. Hello, hello, hello. Beep, boop, testing, testing. My name is Tads and I am doing a British accent. You're listening to the CBC Radio 1. Guys, the mic's not on. Let them pretend. That's a lot of knobs. When will those detectives stop saying aloud everything they're looking at like a bunch of idiots? What are you talking about, Fonz? Nothing. Just muttering. Now I felt self-conscious. Imagine if the Game Master used these beauties. No more static. Wow, that'd be great. Is Strudel insulting our speaker system? Can't be. The static is obviously an artistic choice. She would never disrespect art. So insecure. Look at this. Someone has tampered with the console. Yeah, those switch slider things. Volume faders. Someone's put tape all over them. So they're stuck at low volume, right? Right. Right. Can't you keep quiet? Stop breathing so loud and stomping everywhere. I don't care if you're detectives. It's highly disturbing. I can barely hear her voice recording. My name's Creek Wilhelm. Don't know anything about the murder. I guess it'd be... But it can't have been me. I would never be able to shoot someone. I hate guns. Good thing you didn't get shot. Shoot someone. There we go. Mike was stabbed. Oh. See, I didn't even know that. Besides, when he was discovered, I was in the sound mixing room, tweaking, adjusting the levels. Adjusting the levels? That's weird because someone blocked the faders with tape. Like they didn't want anyone to touch them. You saw that? Yeah, fine, I did that. I don't like loud noises, like guns firing or people screaming, getting stabbed. Then why are you working on this game? Then why are you working on this game? That's all that happens in the game. I know, strange game for me to be working on. I can answer your questions now. Okay. Audio engineer, Foley artist. Used to work as a team with my partner. He did the gun sound effects and stuff, but now he's retired. Mike didn't understand that and made me record everything, including all the gun sound effects for this. But it's okay. I never turn up the volume faders. I work in the quiet. Only just found out about his death. Don't know any details. Why'd I decide to come to work? It was my day off. Mike came in the Foley studio today. I was recording some chewing sounds in the booth. Heard him say, that sounds really realistic. It's like, thank you, but also it's my real mouth actually chewing, so of course it's realistic. It was about 5:20 p.m. It's like, thank you? I asked them everything. Nice. Not much of a motive. Maybe she's still hiding something. I have bouts of noxocusis. If someone was forcing me to work with painful sounds, I'd definitely consider murdering them. Good to know, Tads. Okay. Foley and sound mixing rooms investigated. They call that investigation? Oh, come on, they're doing their best. Now moving on to the last room. Game Master's underlings were shaking my confidence. We've got an hour left, let's move. QA testing. It was a time again. Time for perspective. Is it because I'm hitting D so fast before I officially load in? Is that what's happening? Just gonna have a bunch of random screenshots, I guess. Okay. You need a new drawing. Thank you. Nice. See a password written anywhere? Nope. Since we're short on time, I'll just put a pin in this for now. So this is where they test the games. Is this your dream job, Struce? Well, I do like playing games, but being paid to play them wouldn't be as much fun for me. No. I'm already working on my dream job. Struce, you're so sweet. No. An old game disc. Games come on discs? They did. Sorry, I didn't know. It's okay. Nobody can know everything. Struce, you did not get annoyed at Anodyne this time. Yeah, I realize it's pointless to be annoyed about. Very proud of you, Struce. Me too. Learning to let go is a powerful ability. Thanks for swallowing your annoyance at me this time, Struce. The detectives are so nice to each other. Are you implying something? It's making me feel wholesome feelings. Gross. That's a lot of rewards. They should have a detective's award too. Like a competition to award the best detective. White flag, splinter toe. Oh. Is it really the same though? Perhaps not. Evening. Flagging that as an error. Testin, Sika Testin, unappreciated tester for unappreciated games. Unappreciated? Unappreciated? What about all these awards? No. Flagging that. Awards for old Creed, not reboot. Need to get latest build. They're ignoring me again. Too bad there are no other games to test around here. Well... What about a Fluffy Cafe? True, I did play Fluffy Cafe even though it was a secret. QA is essential to any game. QA is the last line of defense. Well, not like they care about quality. Bet the CEO doesn't even play the game we're making. What do you... Hold on, where's... Doesn't play it. He at least played it before he died. Really? I'm flagging that as a false negative. Besides, everyone in the company is supposed to play test it at 5 p.m. So he is not special. Quality assurance, management's ignored bug reports for weeks. Won't even send me the game build now. Did not hear about the murder until now. Was focused on testing the original game since they would not give me a new build. Everyone else in the office playtest the game at 5. It's me at work. Updates be coming in, and then they're like, why didn't you update this? I'm like, what update? And they're like, oh, sorry, we forgot to send it to you. And I'm like, in and out at usual time. At my computer the whole day. Didn't even eat. Tracker accounts for computer mouse movement and clicks. It 100% confirms my activities during the day. Check it out yourself. Password, Ubihard Sicko. I love it when they just give you their password. I've also completely focused on the game when playing. Very relatable. So Sicko's annoyed about not being given the latest game build. But that's not a motive to kill someone, is it? True, that's very doubtful. Let's see the business. You don't have to do too much, I mean. Trash is empty. Gonna be Fluffy Cafe again? Will be hard. Montreal. Just your average French Canadian, until an ancient assassin's consciousness was uploaded into my brain. I've written a long think piece discussing its ramifications. That is my creed. After reading it, others have joined my dark mission to bring justice to my ancestors. We call ourselves Ascent Order. Okay, this game is multiplayer just like Ascen's Creed United. So you guys should be playing it too. I'll do my best. I do not feel I need to do so. Do as you wish, Tads. My games never take this long to load. Yeah, okay. This is cool. Wait for me, it's still loading. Oh. Ugh, hands in VR are so weird. There you are. Oh. Larica. And so, our dark mission begins. It's not very dark. Yeah, this is a gray box level. It's unfinished. In other words, the game master couldn't afford a finished level. So how do I move with this headset on without bumping into everything? Just play with keyboard and mouse like I'm doing. I see. Okay, I'm an assassin! I'm gonna kill everybody! Me too. Find the key. What an exciting mission. That's every mission. Welcome to video games. Incredible. Good thing we have such a good gamer on our team. It's about time you appreciated me. I do appreciate you. What? Don't say that. Now I'm embarrassed. What are you doing? Swimming! Oh. And that's how you know she's never played Creed before. I love the running. This is a very strange feeling. There's the key. Good job, team. Been lost. Please check the internet connection. Oh. Guess playtesting's over. Mouse tracking apps show she was telling the truth. Of course, it's not impossible to fake. Oh, reward unlocked? I assume it'd be easy for you, but what about her? She could definitely fake it too. What is this? Prize unlocked 9,000 hours of QA testing. Funny Frog, Sue, and Tom Clancy's Splinter to unlock. Funny Frog? It's almost like she getting paid for her work with cosmetic in-game items? That's legal? Well, it shouldn't be. We found her real motive. It appears so.
Funny frog. Is that your idea, Tosca? Of course. The mystery needed my special touch. Very special. Got all the computer. Okay. I think that's all the evidence and suspects. In that case, you should take a look at the final version of the map. You may find it useful. Okay. You're right, Struce. It's all the evidence, but we don't need all of it. No! You unlocked Creek, so we don't need the tampered console. Or the awards. Stop! I'm done. It puts me on edge. Would you like something to help with that? Which way is the mystery stage? Not again. Look up! Up at the ceiling! We all looked at the ceiling. The yellow line. Stanley Parable. Was that there this whole time? Yes! We followed the yellow line to the mystery stage and stepped inside. You have entered the mystery stage. Everything you say from this point on will be monitored and recorded. Once you've laid out a solution, say submit deduction. I only consider the most recent version of the deduction. You have 40 minutes to submit it. Begin at your convenience. 40 minutes? We can do this. All thanks to my brilliant leadership. The detectives are already at the mystery stage? Weird. Weird. They missed that big piece of evidence back at the QA room. Oh no. Should we tell them? QA room. What did they mean? They are incompetent. Of course we shouldn't tell them. If they miss evidence, it's their own fault. Oh, this is making me really sad. Damn it. Damn it. If I went back to the crime scene now, they would definitely find us suspicious. I had to think of something. Some excuse. I think I left my... This mystery seems complicated at first, but it's mostly noise. The only thing that matters is this. He's already begun talking. We know when Mr. Rocha was last seen alive, and who saw him. And that is the suspect who has the means to kill him. He posing claims they saw him at 5:30 later than anyone else. Right? Later than anyone else. There's a bug in your code? Okay. There's a serious bug in your code. Bug in my code? What do you mean? Key posing statement's a little vague. Gabby confirmed Key met with him at first, but it turned out she was lying, and a meeting with Key was not on the schedule. Remember, playtesting began at 5, and Sika told us everyone in the company playtests it. I think it's possible that Key did not see Mike in real life. It meant that they saw his avatar in the game. See, just like how we saw each other in the game. If they just saw his avatar, he may have already been dead. After all, seeing someone's avatar in a game tells you almost nothing about what they're doing in real life. That's true. In that case, we're basically just going down the list of people who last saw him. That means the next person is Creek. She told us around 5:20 she heard Mike speak to her. Right, it was the munching. Yeah. Yeah. Stop saying bug in your code. It's not a very good... Creek was in the sound booth when she heard him speak to her. But that booth is soundproof. She wouldn't have heard him from the inside. If he'd opened the booth door to talk to her, surely she would have said she saw him, not heard him. And if she only heard him, then there's no way to prove it was just a recording of his voice. This does seem like an attempt by the real murderer to shift our suspicion away from him. Right. Creek's statement seems like just an innocent mistake, but if that recording was, then it was an intentional misdirection. The real killer's become obvious. Saul Dev. He simply went to the meeting at 4, stabbed Mike with a letter opener in his office, then played a recording of his voice to Creek to disguise the time of death. There's just one problem. Why did he do it? Agreed to let him make his game. But he got the rights, right? Does that writing look strange to you? It does not match up. What's wrong with it? The handwriting is slightly different on the last part of the note. Right? Like, it's weirdly written. The part that's about Odev's game. Note how it's slightly bolder, like they were going slowly in order to copy the handwriting? It's very possible that Odev's meeting did not actually go so well. He faked that part of the note after murdering Rodosher Sahashine to erase any evidence of his motive. The explanation lines up with everything, doesn't it? It does, but my detective intuition is raising a red flag. It just seems too simple. There's still a lot of evidence unaccounted for in the case file. I can help with that. Oh no!
Wow. Tads. Tads. Tads! There you go. Neat, tidy, joyful. When you remove almost all the evidence, the solution is plain to see. Indeed, in every respect. Ugh. This was terrible. Larica was clearly onto something. We were missing something big about the case. They're missing something big about the case. I knew it. Without the evidence for an alternate explanation, we could never be able to prove it. Go on, team leader. Submit our deduction. Ugh. Tads was putting me in a difficult position. I knew there had to be more to the mystery. This was my fault. I was not born to be a leader. Someone like Larica would have stopped him the first time he started throwing things away. Instead, I let him go ahead to avoid an argument. Why was everything so difficult? Tads, you don't feel that there's more to do here? If this is the true solution, then it's more simple than any of the mysteries you've solved so far in the contest. Except maybe stage 1, round 1. The task given to us by the game master is also simple. Provide a deduction that fits the facts. So far, though sometimes we have missed evidence, we have always met that requirement, and so we have passed to the next round. None of the evidence I threw away could refute our explanation. I'm certain the game master will accept it. Our opinions on its simplicity do not matter, and there is beauty in simplicity. Odev stabbed Ruff during their meeting, then played his voice to Creek to disguise the time of death. Elegant, simple, beautiful. Took everything away. I don't know. There were no bugs in my code. Your beautiful, simple solution has an ugly contradiction. How dare you insult my solution? It's a very pretty solution. There, don't cry. He's talking to himself. The voice clip that Odev allegedly played to Creek remembers she heard him say something like, your Foley sounds really realistic. When I think through Odev's actions as a murderer, I can't help but wonder, how would he have gotten a voice clip of Rotron saying that? It's very specific. Your beautiful leaves me unfazed. It hinges on those key words. Something. We don't have his exact words, just Creek's memory. He could have said something much vaguer, like, sounds good, or great job. Those are phrases that could easily be recorded secretly by Odev at some point during the meeting, then played back to Creek. You can't accept that, Struce. I won't. Sorry, Tads, but you have no solid proof. Maybe it's one of the pieces of evidence that you threw out before we could examine it. Ah, nice one. Doubtful. Just accept my solution. You forgot something about simple mysteries, Tads. The simpler the solution, the more each piece of evidence matters. Creek said it was her day off, but she decided to come to work anyway. How would Odev have predicted that? And how did he know she would be in the booth where she couldn't see him, even if he could have arranged things somehow? Creek's statement is too shaky on its own to hold your theory together. If that voice was not a recorded clip, it completely ruins your theory, because it would mean that he was still alive at 5:20, almost a full hour after Odev left the meeting. But now we reach another impasse. The burden of proof has shifted to you. If this wasn't the solution, there are two gaping holes in your logic. Let's address the first, the meeting notes. No. Let's say the murderer was not Odev. That means the agreed to buy Fluffy Cakes addition to the meeting notes was added to make Odev look suspicious, right? We found these notes in Mike's office. Friends or sailors couldn't have tampered with them during their meetings. Mike would have been right in front of them. Couldn't have been written after Odeb's meeting either. How could anyone else sneak into his office without being caught? Face the truth. That fake meeting note destroys any other theory. Struce, I have a strange feeling about this one. Strange feeling? You may have to think outside the box here. What do you mean? I mean... that fake meeting destroys any other theory. I mean, we have what? 7? 7 pieces of evidence? Ah! Out of the box, Struce. Okay, out of the box. I don't know. Letter opener? A chill ran through me. Could it really be that fake meeting note wasn't a part of the mystery at all? Not just a trick by the killer, but a trick by someone in the real world? Only one way to find out. Some strange things have been going on in this mystery. Bugsy's face was missing. I couldn't find a way into Mike's computer. And the letter opener was supposed to be on the floor next to the victim, covered in blood. So what if the fake meeting note clue is the same exact thing? No way. Is someone sabotaging the mystery? Exactly, right. So you're saying someone traced over the part about buying out Floofy Cafe to make us think Odev was lying to us? And if we listened to you, Tads, we'd be making a grave mistake. We couldn't tell the rest of the team. But at that time... Ah! There's a mouse! Stomp it! That's not a mouse, it's just some trash. Game Masters had been really distracted, so they wouldn't have noticed anything while we were examining it, unlike the other times. That has to be right. Please do the right thing, Tads. Reach your hand in the trash and get back all that evidence. Very well done, team leader. I see the tide has turned against me, and you were right that I may have jumped to the easiest possible solution. Luckily, I do remember all the evidence I removed. I will restore it to the case file. Okay. Disproving my truths. However, your rebuttal is still not entirely strong enough. There's a second problem. You say it was still alive after the meeting, but you have no hard proof of that. Still alive after the meeting. The animation, maybe? Yeah. It's true that we don't have solid proof, like a video of him after 5:20, but we do have a recording. Not a video recording, but a motion data recording. The data was captured at 5:15, which is very close to when Creek said she heard his voice. What if this glitch is actually not a glitch at all? What if a person accidentally walked across the performance capture stage, messing up the animation? And what if that person was him? Very intriguing, Struce. It's like he was invisible. So this glitch is caused by him walking in front of the cameras? Where's Pose's stuff? No? I'm sorry, but I just realized a big problem. There are two ways to capture motion data, optical and inertial. Optical uses camera to pick up on reflective light from markers to capture various points on the figure being recorded. If it was optically recorded, someone walking in front of the cameras would have messed up the data. But inertial capture doesn't use cameras. It uses small gyroscopes which are attached to a motion suit. He said they use inertial capture. I see. So it must be a glitch after all. If he or somebody else walked by the capture, it would not have interfered with the data. Well, hold on. Possibly costume, right? Right? Let's go. I thought it was a bit strange when I saw it. It seemed to contain different cosplay outfits, but they all had orange trackers on them. Maybe all these costumes were actually performance capture suits, including the cloak he was found dead in. Ah, so the glitch was actually from two suits being in the same range. This proves it was him who walked by, because he's the only other person who was wearing trackers. You have thoroughly crushed my beautiful theory. With a flimsy one. What? Flimsy? There is a possibility this is a misdirection by the murderer. They could have simply worn a suit to pretend to be him on the data, and that is a more likely explanation, because he stayed in his office all day. But he showed up late, right? It's a schedule. It's the first thing. The only evidence we have that indicated stayed in this office all day is from Gabby, but as the security log shows, she left at 5 p.m. So all that tells us that he did not leave his office from the time he arrived until 5 p.m. Assuming she was telling the truth, of course. Also, if the killer left the office in a mocap suit, someone would have definitely noticed it wasn't Mike. Anyone else wearing one would have been pretty suspicious, right? That bit my defeat. I agree that another theory is possible. And I'm sorry for being stubborn. That's alright, we all have our pet theories. And I think there's a way for you to make it up to us. I'm gonna drink, because oh my god. Okay. Use the event timeline at the bottom to select relevant events to recreate one moment in time. No. didn't mention the curtain. Oh, my method allows me to imagine the events in question. I need to make sure I focus on only one thing. The moment Mike passed by while Key was recording. Is that... There we go. Okay, that's what I was missing. Hallway. He was headed for the hallway. He is asleep again. Maybe it was for the best. Still, the clock was ticking on, and now we were down one team member. The Game Master's servants were not being any help. Could we get to the bottom of this mystery in time? Chapter 8 done. Oh. Okay. Player choice? After exhilarated debate, Tats has fallen back asleep. But the mystery isn't fully solved yet. The detectives prepare as the final theory begins to take shape. Ooh. Okay. Tats is out. I wonder what was up with him today. They need to prove himself when another person took over his role. Oh, the need, I suppose. It was like Tats Extreme Edition. Kinda scary. Struce, the new theory? I'm gonna be sipping on one of these. Ooh, I'm not used to talking. Hold on. There's the, this thing. Would make sense if he was in the sound mixing room, where they could monitor the audio she was recording and communicate with her directly. Last confirmed time. He was in a Foley studio. This is what's strange to me. Mike was found dead in his office, and we know he must have gone out, then gone back in. So why? Why didn't anyone mention seeing him leave or return? They were all playtesting, right? Yeah, they were all playtesting. Remember this new Creed is multiplayer? Everyone's playing at 5, and the motion data key's facing away from Mike, so Mike could have left and come back and nobody would have noticed. I don't like this, Struce. If every single person of interest was occupied with the game at the time of real death, it creates a dead end. Because any of them, excluding Gabby, would be the killer. There's no way to prove any suspect's movements because everyone was sufficiently distracted. He could have been killed at any point from the time Creek heard his voice, then brought back into his office by the killer. And none of the others would have noticed. What I find most strange of all is why did he even leave the office to begin with? At this point, you have no need to overthink things. The answer is simple, Erika. A note left by the killer telling him to go to the Foley studio. Note left by the killer telling him to go to the Foley studio. Tell you to go there. Can I save? Oh, thank God. I was like, I haven't saved in a minute. A note left by the killer telling him to go to the Foley studio? Writing an email? The killer took it home and destroyed it. What's wrong? It makes perfect sense. That's the problem. Wait, so the killer took the note home? Then how do I prove it? Maybe it didn't matter. Maybe she was right and we just missed a note somewhere. I give up. Well, that's new. I guess the killer did leave a note. See, it's not so hard. Didn't the Game Master's servants have anything to say about this? Apparently they didn't. Let's say V is right. Even if a destroyed note could explain why Mike left his office, he could have been killed in the Foley studio, or the QA testing room. Or maybe the killer snuck into his office when he left, waited there, and killed him when he returned. We can't narrow down any suspects because there's no proof of his exact time of death. Well, we know it's after this. Bit of a stretch, but it was the only piece of evidence I could find within that time frame. Oh. But does it really make sense? You want to explain clearly exactly what you mean? Freak didn't say she overheard Mike saying your Foley sounds realistic. She recalled him saying, that sounds realistic. What if he wasn't talking to her at all? I know it sounds crazy, but what if that sounds realistic were actually his last words? Could it be that he was commenting on his own murder? Wow. Now that doesn't make sense. The murderer has just stabbed him and he nonchalantly says, sounds realistic? Even a CEO can feel pain. Is he high from the dentist? So, there's one detail in Gabby's testimony. I didn't think much of it before now, but Mike had a dentist appointment. What if that dentist appointment was actually dental surgery? He may have been on a powerful anesthetic. I suppose it's possible. Right? This has got a very neat style for the game. And I do like that each detective has their own thing. The effects of the anesthesia can last up to 24 hours. Even accepting that, it is flawed. The autopsy shows he was stabbed from the front. Even if he couldn't really feel it, Mike would have seen the killer stabbing him. Actually, no, he wouldn't have, because he had, where is it, the VR headset. There. We know the game can be played in virtual reality as well as on the computer. This is kind of a strange idea, but maybe Creek told him to check out a new sound in the game. He puts it on, then she stabs him. You have a good idea. But there's a big problem. If you are right, then he would have seen that he'd been stabbed right away when he took off the headset. The only way it makes sense is if he had the headset on until he got back to his office. But how is that possible without him bumping into walls and doors? He would have to take it off much sooner. I mean, he knows the layout of his thing. Also, some headsets kind of like let you see the area around you. This was it, the key to how Mike was killed. I don't think so. In fact, it is the answer. In fact, the answer is so obvious. What? This is a weird sentence. In fact, the answer is so obvious, I don't know how I didn't realize it before. That gray box level we played. The stacked boxes, closed doors, or sudden drops create a pathway for the players to travel, and that pathway mirrors the open space in the office. What I'm saying is, the layout of that gray box level and Ubihart's offices are exactly the same. The final room we entered with the key inside, it was the sound mixing room. That key was the lure you were thinking of earlier. By creating this mission in the game, the murderer controlled their victim like a puppet. That is the ultimate truth of this mystery. A solution only a true gamer would realize, of course. But only Gabby knew about Mike's dentist appointment. If the culprit isn't her, then wouldn't the killer assume everyone playtesting the game would hear Mike scream over the voice chat when he got stabbed? It is a multiplayer game. Larika was being very smart as usual. The killer could have just asked Mike not to use the voice chat. Of course, him screaming turned out to be not an issue anyway. I suppose it makes sense. Still, I don't know about a whole video game level being created for... I'm back! While I was wandering around, I found something. We were missing something on one of the QA computers. Oh. A map of the level we played. Oh, thank you. Now we can prove my theory. Another last minute save by Anodyne. What would her next one be? So if we line this level map with the map of Ubihart's office V drew for me. Wow, perfect match, yes. This crazy theory of yours is suddenly very compelling. In fact, it's even highly plausible. If this is the truth, only one question remains. We are no closer to finding the culprit. Creek, she was certainly in the Foley studio when he was murdered, but why would she draw attention to herself by telling us she heard him speak? I doubt she could create a level in the game. Sika was close by, however the mouse tracker on her computer gives her a rock-solid alibi. It wasn't posing it. Their alibi is proven by the performance capture animations. And Gabby left before Mike glitched up that animation. So we can narrow it down to two. One's from the very beginning. Oh, Dev? Freeze. I think it's Freeze, because he's got the bobblehead. They both had the means, opportunity, and knew without a doubt Mike would be fooled by the VR level trick. Well, the record said it caught my attention. The last part. The true culprit had to know their plan with the VR level would work. It was such a big gamble. If they didn't test it, Mike could have easily prevented his own murder. Odev and Frez both had the means, opportunity, and knew without a doubt that the trick would be fooled by them. It's like Evan supports your teammates' theory. Go ahead. You're right, Larika. The culprit did test Mike's awareness. We were assuming Mike only wore the VR headset for a specific time. What if he also put it on during a meeting? A meeting with the game's lead programmer, Bugsy Freeze. The meeting notes do mention improved combat, something they could have discussed while Mike was playing it with the headset. I always found that bobblehead on Freeze's desk strange. Why did Mike just randomly give him a bobblehead that day? He didn't. Freeze stole it from his desk when he stole the letter opener, a murder weapon, to test whether Mike would pay attention to what was happening around him while in VR. Does make some sense. Team Taz, the allotted time is up. You'll have to submit your final deduction now, I'm afraid. You can do it, Struce. I hope so. Whether you're ready or not, submit your solution now. Okay. Let me save real quick. Let's start with the death threat, right? Death threat. This death threat was meant for Mike, but Bugsy saw it as being for himself. Mike was ruining the game, and Bugsy knew it. If Mike was out as director, Bugsy would have had a chance to correct all the bad decisions Mike was making on the game. This game. So he waited for the day of his meeting with Mike, just to see if Mike was clueless enough to fall for the trick he planned. He stole something from his desk while Mike was testing the game. With Mike's cluelessness confirmed, Bugsy then stole the murder weapon. He waited until a time he knew everyone would be distracted. Right, because this is the notes and this is the schedule? Okay. He programmed a special level in the game for Mike. He only told Mike that this particular level was a mirror to the office. Oh, he told only Mike. Okay, so this. That way, only Mike would play the level by walking around. Bugsy could guide Mike wherever he wanted, just like a puppet. His plan worked great, although Mike did not stick perfectly to the path, leaving an unintended clue. Ooh, the motion data. Perhaps if Bugsy had accounted for Mike's habit of wearing the mocap outfits, he could have avoided that. Bugsy chose the Foley studio because he thought it would be empty. But someone had decided to show up for work even though it was her day off. Okay, yeah, Creek. Okay, this is Creek. He didn't realize she was right there, hiding in a soundproof box. And something else he didn't know was that Mike had dental surgery earlier that day. When he stabbed him, Mike didn't feel it. In fact, he calmly remarked on the sound of his own stabbing. Startled, Bugsy left the scene without removing the weapon. Mike completed the custom mission, returning to his office. It was only then that he realized there was something stuck into him. That's the... He removed it, which turned out to be a fatal mistake. And that is our final deduction. I did get a skip theory because I was unsure. Because I got an amazing! Incorrect refutations, incorrect confrontations. Take it. I'll take it. Ooh! So good? Team Tads, your deduction has been locked in. After analyzing your answer, I have determined that you have submitted a correct solution to killed IRL. Congratulations. Good job, Struce. You worked hard for it. I did my best. You will now be treated to a special performance called Why I Did It, Part 17. Oh, God. Okay. The lights around the mystery stage shut off one by one. I was part of the core development team on AS, the original game. When management hired Mike for this reboot, he brought his signature brand of modernization and trend chasing to it. But when people caught wind of those changes, somehow they thought it was my fault. They sent me and my family death threats. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was that they thought I had any power, and I didn't. But I thought, maybe I could. I designed my own game for him. A deadly game. Well, Mike was nice to me. He told me he'd buy Fluffy Cafe. He was lying to you. What have you done, Freeze? This throws off our entire development timeline. I'm not sure the game will ever come out now. Good. You were trying to pin the whole thing on me. And almost framed Key for murder, too. I have no regrets. As long as Mike's horrible ASVR multiplayer reboot never sees release, I can live with whatever happens to me. We will release that game. Even work overtime and on weekends. Well, crunching day and night. Don't say that, please. When it's delivered, your name won't be in the credits. Yes, I can agree on that. Nobody will ever acknowledge you. No! Everything I worked for! I guess murder wasn't worth it after all. What a remarkable performance. Yeah. Anyway. This mystery's difficulty rating was 1.5 stars. Let's see how you rank this time. Looks like... oh. First place! Though some other teams have yet to complete the mystery, so don't get excited. Other teams have also tried to sabotage us. I didn't forget. They will be dealt with. Now, for the fact into a solution. Perfect trace to the conclusion. The answer was seen and appraised. The problem has been cured. Ooh, it's so cool. Very cool. Now for the vote, and then you'll be on your way. Please vote quickly. It's a tight schedule. This time for the vote is who should be team leader. I selected Detective Tads to be your team leader, though you seem to have ignored him for the last 2 rounds. But reflecting on the contest so far, who would you pick? You can vote over there, and I'll get the faded away into incoherent muttering. I stepped inside. Who should be team leader? Did this vote actually mean the Game Master was thinking of changing up the team? Probably not. I'm gonna go with... We clearly needed a leader who wouldn't fall asleep or toss out evidence. And last round, Larika did a pretty good job. She had a very leadery personality. We also had a nice conversation after last round's mystery. We hadn't talked much before. She had managed to break the ice a bit. The leader qualities were there, for sure. I cast my vote. Larika went in next. So Taz isn't voting this time, right? Still asleep, meditating. Speaking of that, don't you have a drug that keeps you awake? Modafinil, yes. I thought you were gonna talk to Tads about taking it. Or was that just an invention in my mind? No, you're right. And I did, the other day. But he told me it would have no effect. Because he's not asleep. He's meditating. That was a snore. He told me those are mindfulness sounds. What are we doing? He's obviously asleep. I don't know. Tell him to take that drug as soon as he's awake. I will. At least that was settled. Hopefully. I feel like I should have maybe chosen Struce because she's got the mod. But I'm like, oh, we're back at the hotel. You fly out tomorrow, detectives. An appointment needs to be made with the monitor. I'll let him know at once. What time, madam? In an hour. Very well. Out of all of us, the bellhop only respected V. Going out somewhere, V? Of course. Montreal's a beautiful place and a valuable opportunity. Opportunity? You know what that means. Yes, I think so. Have fun. What are they talking about? Nice room, huh? And it comes with a note from the Game Master. Oh, really? Cheaters never prosper. My heart dropped to my stomach with a thud. I'd let down my guard during excitement of solving the mystery. I should have noticed. After all their constant yakking, that the Game Master's servants had been quiet for a while. You look more sweaty than usual, Struce. Is something wrong? At some point during our prolonged deduction, the Game Master realized I was spying on his office. How long? No, it didn't matter how long. 1 second. I need to check something. Don't wait for me, guys. Okay. Think. No action had been taken against me yet. So maybe the game master didn't really know? There was a bit of hope. Maybe he just thought I might be cheating. Gave me a warning. Maybe my link had dropped and it alerted them somehow. It wasn't panicking time. Yet. I rushed into my pristine bedroom and zipped open my luggage. My computer was missing. They took it. Oh no. Oh! The bed looked weird. There were more pillows than seemed normal. I removed them one by one. Teacher's proper nerves. Ah! Sorry to startle you. Who am I? The game master. Well, the important one anyway. I'm having a heart attack. It's going to mean one thing. What a nice room you have. I spent way too much on it. I'm sorry. It's alright. I'm a multi-billionaire. For hacking into your network, for cheating in the contest. I know I violated the rules. We were all trying to figure out more about the contest and if it's really legit or not, but I realized that's not a good excuse. I didn't tell anyone else on the team what I was doing. If you have to kick me out of the contest, I understand it. I trailed off. He was not buying any of this, was he? Hey, contact dog people. Huh? I won't keep you in suspense. I'll get right to the point. Right now. Right now. Right now. Yes? I would eliminate you from the contest right away, but there's the problem of the 1%. Wealth inequality? I'm 99% certain I could figure out how you hacked into our network. But that 1% of uncertainty bothers me. So first, you will tell me how you hacked in. Then I will eliminate you. So it was the end of my time in the contest. I would have expected this outcome. Tell me, now please. He really wanted me to tell him. Come to think of it, that was why this whole situation felt weird. He's trying to intimidate me, but I was the one with the leverage. Wait a minute. You really don't know how I hacked into your computer? My dishonest answer is no. Right. So the thing is, you have a serious cybersecurity issue. A bigger hole in your security than you could ever imagine. I can fix it, but I'll need to see your server room. In my particular situation, there was one way I could still discover more about the contest. I had to try. I suppose I could wait to eliminate you for a little bit. Will you also help me fix my modem? My internet speed is terrible. Yeah, I can fix your modem too. I accept your terms. Really? Yes. Make you a game master. Really great idea. Huh? Make me a game master? Only game masters are allowed in the server room. Oh, I have a meeting now. Find an excuse to step into an elevator. Don't let your teammates see you. And swipe this. The moose head spat out a strange-looking card. I'm sure you'll be very useful to me, Tessa. My name's Abby, actually. I know. I guess my name is Tessa now. The moose's head eyes faded to black. I thought I outsmarted the game master, but maybe I was kidding myself. What was I getting into? Complete chapter 9. Let's go. He overlooked... Oh, the Overlook office. Stru says somehow managed to negotiate her way behind the scenes of the contest. What will she discover when her time as a mere detective ends? No. Okay. Oh, look, it's midnight. One day closer to death. Oh my god, it's Luna! I was like, did I just hear what I think I heard? I'm thinking it's the game that plays it. Oh, that's too funny. Oh man, that's good timing, Luna. Good timing. God, I was like, whoa. One day closer to death. What's that? Stop saying that. What does that say? Sued over fake ginger, but we won the lawsuit. Wait, what? Does that say they were sued over fake ginger ale, but they won the lawsuit? What? Mara reached for a nearby Canada Wet and clumsily tipped it over. It spilled all over her keyboard. Watch out, you'll electrocute yourself. That's ridiculous. Don't mind me, just making another stupid mistake. It's alright, Mar. None of us blame you. Any one of us could have been hacked. Mara isn't to blame, but you do have to admit it is all her fault. Yes. Wait, no. One of the most chaotic mornings in a while. Midway through Team Tad's deduction, we discovered a wiretap in Mara's computer. With Toshka's method, we were able to determine that Struce had hacked us. We'd informed Conver immediately. He would probably eliminate her any second now. Finally, we wouldn't have to keep setting up hackable computer systems for her to bypass anymore. While waiting for Mar, I would like to announce to everyone that I finished color coding our suspect tracker system. That's great, Kane. Oh, I found what we're looking for. Is that team Amazing Team? Yes. They went first, remember? What's behind Detective Simard's back? You spotted it, Tosca. Maybe you're not so stupid after all. Thank you. Bugsy's face. So that's where it went. The letter opener was them too. What about when Team Tads couldn't access Mike's computer or the meeting notes? I recommend deducting 500 points. Sounds about right. Though Team Tads did plenty of self-sabotaging without anyone's help. Yeah, something sued over fake ginger, but we won the lawsuit. Incoming message from the attendant. Hello? Is Detective Struce with you? Detective Struce? No. Conver told me he sent her your way 30 minutes ago, just confirming. He never told us about that. She is not here. When was she last sighted? The bellhop saw her when Team Tads was escorted to the rooms about an hour ago. I can't see her anywhere on the security cameras. Hand out her photo to hotel staff and ask them to report to our secret line if they spot her. Get in touch with Conver immediately. We can't afford any more mistakes. Like all the ones Mar made. Detective Struce is becoming a major headache. Where the hell was she? I don't know. Where was she? Ooh, hold on. I got a thing I want to respond to. Feel free. Did I not do this already? Yeah. 1 second. I'm responding to this. There we go. Have some music. To get your program to work and it's just not, you know. Work messages done. Am I in the right place? Over here. Oh, nosebleed. You look lost. That's fine. I'm lost sometimes myself. Mrs. Coleman's box. She had a stack of papers behind her desk. Like I'd walked in on her doing something she wasn't supposed to. Let me guess. Ontario? Me? Yes? Toronto? Ottawa. Nice. Nice. I can always tell when someone's from Ontario. How? That Ontario look in her eye. I'm from Ontario too. Isn't that nice that we have that in common? Yep, that's really cool. Sometimes I get a bit bored, so I spend too much time eating snacks. Am I supposed to be here? Let me find that out for you. You're one of the detectives in the contest, right? I like your personality. I'm the game master's assistant. He has me fetch lattes, eat his salads, design his clothing, come up with his catchphrases. Wow. The cheese is very good on the cracker. You can have all of it. I'm giving it to you. As a present. I'm sure it is. I was definitely not going to eat that cheese. You don't like Oka cheese? So funny. Me neither. That's why I left it on the plate. I've been trying to trick someone into eating it, but... oh well. You're the game master's assistant, so do you know what the purpose of this contest is? And why it uses criminals to create its crimes? Because on the detective level, it all seems really suspicious. I'd be happy to tell you that if I was authorized to. While we're waiting, could I get your autograph? The contestants are like celebrities to me, but I'm never allowed to meet any. You're Detective Struce. That's me. It's nice to meet you. I'm SBK. SBK? Will you sign something? Sure. Yes, you will? Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Where is my pen? This place is such a mess, huh? That's my fault, but I'm trying to be better. Personal growth takes time. Here it is. You can sign this. A case file from a discarded mystery. What is this? Why did my thing just go boop and it sees you received a gift? Okay. She held it close to me. Why did this feel so wrong? Oh, I know it's Lewis. That's why I'm like, Lewis! Well, I didn't have to sign my actual signature. Put that pen down. I turned to see 3 new people coming through the door. Oh. How did you get in here? The game master, he gave me this card and... oh, right. the computer person. Your name is Sue C. Steve Struce. Clark Anderson. I'm Conver's personal assistant. A gift! Weird! Definitely not me. Must be the unnamed maniac. They strike once more. I wonder what could it be? Because you're not gonna see the light of day until September. Conver's personal assistant. What? Wasn't that what SBK said she was? Probably wasn't worth mentioning, though. Maybe he had 2 assistants, and I just look silly for getting confused about it. So, I'm a game master now? What does that mean? Huh? That can't possibly be true. We leave for 5 minutes to get takeout, and this happens. Contact Conver. He's in a meeting right now. Try anyway. A headache. We'll sort this out. SBK laughed softly. Clark took notice. Pushing that sinister cheese on people again, are we? This is why she's not allowed to be alone with someone else. Oxymoronic of you. He took the pen away from her. Don't touch that. It's one of those prank exploding pens. She was gonna surprise you, then strangle you. That's very hurtful. Clark clicked the pen. Nothing happened. See? Normal pen. I'm watching you. Jeez, this contest was even more messed up than I could have possibly imagined. Clark, what now? Team Nailbiter's camera's gone out. This is really not my day. Get that feedback ASAP. Live feed? What am I looking at? Did they dismantle the robot? Another fight? No. She's destroying the mystery. Send security down there. That is one very bad team. Something was seriously wrong with the contest. She's destroying the mystery? Okay. Oh! Hi. Mastermind Nightbite. Don't look so mad at me. That mystery was trash. I don't care what this stupid contest wants. That neck. Is murder just a puzzle? With magician's tricks and plot twists? That's what the so-called detectives think. That's not a real mystery. It's a prop. The real mystery hides outside in the hall, waiting for you to shut off the light. Fills your mouth with candle wax to clog your screams and rips into your throat with a drywall saw. These detectives should stick to crosswords and ciphers. I love them. These murders are passionless. I can't take it anymore. We're making a proper, lovely murder. Something to sink my teeth into, where I'll keep destroying our mysteries until we're all eliminated. I'd rather lose with a good murder than win with a poor puzzle. Mastermind Cat Whisperer? Joan's right. Our mystery could have been better. The icicle knife was pretty cliche, though I did like the part with the ceremonial ritual. Blabbering again, sorry. What I wanted to say was, I've got the perfect idea for you, Joan. You'll really love it. Oh, that sounded pretty arrogant of me. Never mind. Oh. No. Cat guy. I like your stupidly clever little ideas. The fingers! Yo. Okay. I'll hear you out on one condition. If it's scary. Oh yes, it's scary. It's based on the scariest thing I could think of. That is... losing control. Oh no. Oh, cat guy. Completely unrelated, you just gifted your girlfriend 2 games, one of which you already streamed. Ooh, Into a Dream. Nice. Oh! We finished File 2. Let's go. Nice, nice. The other is a game you have on your schedule, The Pathless. Very nice. I like them things. Okay, so we have case 3 and case 4. Good time. Ruby's still asleep. But I love the art style. It's so good. Complete. Hangout unlocked. New bios. Okay, so now we gotta go get more hangout stuff. Give me outfits. Alright, hangout. Unlock outfits by completing both good and bad hangout routes for each character. Oh, I see. You have to purposely get good and bad to get outfit. Okay, so let me test something. I'm gonna save real quick. So that way if I'm wrong, you made with this character. Yes, I want you to be upset. So Right, we want you upset. Poison yourself, people survive. As I said, I'm a professional. Accidentally kill myself with one of my poisons is not gonna happen. If that's what you're worried about, I'm more concerned about why you would even want to do it in the first place. That's how my method works. Right, another way, like I'm making you mad, I'm making you sad. Now poison yourself, unfortunately not. She got very quiet, some deeper. She was gonna divulge. Alright, winning. Trying, yeah. Trying to win the contest? Moving on. Right, just super upset. Right, autopsy. Got the vote. I think it was what, thanks for your help was the bad? No. Dang it. Choices during dialogue made her feel worse about being your teammate. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. So now we have our outfit? Oh, I see. Okay, I see what we have to do. So I have to be good and bad. But obviously, if I leave on a bad front, that's gonna affect how the mission goes. Because they'll be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. God, that's gonna take time. It's gonna take so much time. Okay, so you would have to go a bad route first and then leave it on the good route. Right, so just medical expert, right? Like, let's just make you happy. Right, she's got a cute little hat now. Right, it's like, why do you want to win? They hurt you? Right, yeah. And then... there we go. About the vote. Autopsy. There. Morale is good. Man. I might do the outfit things, like getting everybody's outfit, like off stream, so I'm not just sitting here. But I'm like, I know we gotta do it. Alright, everyone's happy, so we're gonna make hangout morale 83%. How much more happy are you? Right, like let me check, like if I try to hit 3, they're like, hang on. No? You're just gonna let me go? They're just gonna let me go. Nope, there it is. Not completing the hangout before proceeding will negatively affect team morale. Gotta do that. Okay. So let's try to increase everyone's vibes. Game Master Seuss, do you hear me? Yeah. We'll be watching you carefully from now on, like they weren't before. Don't give yourself away. Your team must suspect nothing, and they will be given no special privilege because of your new role. That's fine, they're smart enough to succeed without cheating, unlike myself. So how am I supposed to do this? Our data shows that your team trusts the Game Master the least out of any team in the contest, especially Larika. Who would? Don't say that, Struce. We're very trustable now that you've met us, right? She couldn't be more wrong. What? Right. If you get that stuffy detective to trust the Game Master, I would cry in disbelief. And the last time I cried was 1962. This won't work, but I'll try. It won't work if you don't try. If you don't work, it won't try. And we'll kick you out of the contest for good. So sad. We will not be sorry about that, Toshka. She would deserve it. I'll do my best. I was already regretting everything. But as punishments went, I could work with this. The trouble was not Larika, it was myself. After I went to the criminal side of the contest by accident, I would never trust these people. This would require a serious level of self-delusion. But self-delusion is my favorite pastime. Okay, so big save. Alright, so hang out! I wanted to chat with on Anodyne about some things. Why don't you trust the game?
Out of everyone, Anodyne seemed the easiest to convince, but how to naturally segue into talking about the Game Master? Oh, right. Hey, how's that list of poisoners going? List of poisoners? Check the vigilance report from 3 days ago. Anodyne was trying to figure out who some of the criminals are. I see. We better things to do than read reports, Kane. You have better things to do than watching Struce right now. Yes, but... Ah, right, my list. Kyoto IRL didn't use poison in the mystery, but after the wolf's meal, I tried to remember the names of Canadian criminals who would use strychnine as a modus operandi. It's not like a concrete list, though. It's okay, Anodyne. Anything is helpful. There's Daryl Gaggins, Poskia Droplet, Nero Caesar, but here's something odd. All of them are set to be released soon. Gotta make those up. Good, good. Save again. Kabam. Kabam. Set to be released anyway. If that's true, and if they're in this contest, then what's the point of granting them parole if they win? I don't know. Maybe it's more about the $1 million? But if this is the case, then it's very good news. The Game Master isn't doing anything illegal. Oh, you're right. We should tell Eureka. She'll be glad to know the contest is perfectly legal. I didn't want to ruin the moment, but I already knew based on my trip to the criminal Game Master's office that this wasn't true. Somehow, Anodyne had managed to find out the names of a few criminals who would be released. Was it worth lying about this? If the truth was revealed down the road? Ignorance. Save again. Well, yeah, Eureka will be thrilled. But I suppose we can't prove it yet, I guess. Maybe we should keep this little secret? Eh? Sure, it's fun to have a secret. Are you keeping secrets, Anodyne? Doesn't everyone? Not me. I blab everything about myself to anyone who will listen. Hey, Kane, is it really a good idea for her to be a Game Master, too? Ask Converb. It's not my decision. She knows the consequences if she says anything. Struce, are you sweating? Feeling too hot? I have a pill for that. Ugh, no thanks. I'll just take a cold shower or something. See? Struce can lie, too. She would never take a shower. That's a good point. Slander! Nothing but slander! I take showers all the time. Ugh, so many showers. I'm very clean. You shouldn't take too many showers. It can dry out your skin. Oh, I moisturize, too, after the showers. Struce needs to shut up. Yes, shut up! I couldn't help being nervous. If you use a natural moisturizer, then it shouldn't be a problem. Thanks for your advice, Doctor. Happy to help. You anything for fun? I wish there was some fun things to do around here while we're waiting for the plane. Well, what do you usually do for fun? Play games on your phone, like you were saying? Nice, congrats. I don't do that very often, actually. There went the one thing we had slightly in common. Have you been to a spa before? No. I like to get a big group of my friends and we all go together. There's a really nice Nordic style one close to where I live. Right, sounds like you have fun. So happy for you. So that's when you have the most fun? Naturally. We have the best time. It's been a while though. Haven't gotten the chance for several months, and some of those friends don't speak to me anymore. But I'll go back someday. Oh, that's the spirit. I don't want to make her sad, but there seemed to be a mystery there. It was enticing. Spa app. Ah, no! No! I didn't mean to make her upset. Oh, now I'm trying to load. Alright, there we go. Now I'm on load. Alright, it says save, and it says load. Oh, did I accidentally save? Do anything for fun, right? Yeah. Okay. Sounds like you have fun, right? Save again, because apparently I messed that up. Spa app. Whenever you're missing the spa, my friend developed this app that tries to give you a spa experience in app form. How would that work? Well, it has a wholesome soundscape thing where you hear, like, water. You know how your phone can vibrate? Just put the phone on your back, it has different program vibrations. Oh. And what's really cool is the app is so resource heavy, it'll heat up your phone too. It'll just feel like the hot rocks they put on your back in the spa. You're very funny, Struce. Thank you? She didn't really seem to understand me. Everything is an app now. This is definitely the worst generation. I think it sounds cool. Of course you do, Tosca.
The time for the vote for this time for leader. I didn't expect it. The game master is so full of surprises, and some of them are unpleasant. She's not gonna like our next surprise. Oh, I hope we're wrong. I keep trying to figure out what these votes mean, but everyone raises more questions. Maybe the winner of the competition will find out. Yeah. Ah, no, she doesn't like it. Dang it. Okay. Load. Yes. Vote. Share vote. Same. Well, we can share who we voted for, maybe. We might figure something out about the votes meeting. Sure. I voted for Larika. She has a way of getting people to do things for her. Awesome. That's true. I voted for her too. Nice. I think most of us did. Wrong. Auto's like, fix this. It's a little too tight. 1 second. There we go. Not everyone voted for Larika. I wonder if Tad's just voted for himself again. Maybe that's like, he's just something he's doing the whole time. He's like, I'm just gonna constantly vote for myself. Maybe V? There we go. Teammate happy. Yay! Alright, now we have 4 more to go. Hang on. My hair's been up, thank you. I want to chat with V about some things. Run, like, sip on some water. Why don't you trust the game master? You're doing great. You're doing great. I'm sorry. Oh, it's not 1 game I received. It's 3. What? Why? So that means September, and then October's already set for spooky season. So, and then there's half of November. Another half is Ace Attorney. So possibly, definitely September's full. And then November might be full. So. Alright. I'll have to look at that later. What is this? Oh. Okay. They're asking me to share something with my underlings, so put that in there. Say. Everyone likes sports. All right. Because they're like, oh, this is the prize, and I'm like. Silly. I can keep you on. They're good. Sorry, check work messages. Right. Moosehead. Oh, perfect. Okay. You don't like that he hides his face? Doesn't it add to the atmosphere? A creepy moose head doesn't seem out of place in a mystery contest to me. Mooses are very mysterious. Oh, moose are very mysterious. You have made a good point. Thank you. So maybe the game master is mysterious since we ruined if he wasn't so secretive? Secrets are an essential part of a mystery. The Game Master said that a criminal may be let loose. Perhaps he should have kept that a secret. Right there. She's right. Converse shouldn't say that. Not saying it all is much worse. That was the biggest issue with trusting the Game Master. Isn't that honest? No, I figured she was gonna not like it, but I was like, maybe. Oh, I just saved over it again. No. I'm gonna have to do it, aren't I? Dang it. Ugh. As much hope convincing. You bungled that one, Struce. Well, I better win this contest then. Entering to win the contest, arresting the Game Master. Either way, a dangerous criminal must not be set free. If she tries to arrest me, I'll give her the cane snapping pal special. Palmer's the only one around here who'll be arrested. They hated their boss so much. Why are they still working for him? Anything for fun? Play video games? You want an excuse to talk about games? How did you know? My favorite one's called Deuces Rex. Do you know it? Video games are not everyone's hobby. Okay, so it's about this hacker, and there's lots of sneaking around and taking out guards, which is my favorite thing to do in the game. There's also combat if you're into that, and there's also role-playing elements. Yes. And it's all taking place in a dystopian society. Works of fiction sometimes feature dystopian societies. You seem to be really enjoying bonding over Deuce Rex. Get back on topic. Dang it! Load. At least maybe fix this a little bit. Get out of here. Keep talking. Don't you find the moral quandary of whether a cyborg should be given the same rights as a human interesting? Morally, it is uninteresting. Biologically, it is intriguing. And the main character is a super gravelly voice, which is very nice to listen to. That is nice. The hacking minigame isn't very realistic, in my opinion. But you know, if it's fun, that's what really matters. I really like this game. Celerity activities are as important as social ones. You'll never find a soulmate if you do not have a rich inner life. Soulmate? Anyone compatible with your soul. Was a soulmate always so inclusive? You'll find someone else who likes video games. You'll be happy. What are the detectives collaborating about now? We need important info. This is important, Kane. How? For my own personal reasons. No, it was a weird topic. I play solo. Good. Save that for now. Pretty happy on my own, though. Please stop talking about this. Please stop talking about this. You are happy enough on your own. Yep. Being on your own formed your independent worldview. It's great in its own way. I didn't want to tell her I was in a quasi-unserious love triangle with Kibble Eater 3 and mustache-wearing face. You don't need help to find a soulmate, and you are honest. Very well. I'm satisfied. Where will I get advice? Just use a dating app like everyone else. No. Then stop it with your complaining. What do you think about the vote this time? For the leader of the team, you can ignore the Game Master's nonsense. He only wants to cause division. It's an interesting hypothetical, though. Is it? Who did you vote for? Cher? Okay, good. But she's not happy. She's just neutral, so I'm kind of like... Larika? Never mind, she didn't like that answer. Right? Anodyne saved Larika in round 1. Larika was too certain of her simple solution. Even you weren't so quick to grasp on the first thing you thought of, which is admirable. Thanks. Why the sudden praise? She's driven, but driven to where? You can't jump to conclusions just because you want to solve the mystery soon. She heard a lot of complaints about Larika. B hates Larika because Larika never pushes Tad's wheelchair. Wow, is that true? She's so lazy. Yeah, laziest detective ever. I feel bad for Larika. Yeah, I know. We're gonna redo it. Alright. Why don't you trust the Game Master? What was it? You don't like that he hides his face? Right? That's accurate. Same. Maybe he's lying. Lying to raise the stakes for drama. That's one of the reasons we're trying so hard to win. Your theory is a good one. It certainly motivated Larika. If this is the case, perhaps the Game Master is trustworthy. Wish it was alive. If you felt the joy of smashing the criminal's careful plan to bits, then you wouldn't be sane, so... Right, I'm a failure, thanks for reminding me. Game Masters have lots of baggage. What sort of baggage could I bring to the table now that I was one of them? In any case, we never find out if he's lying if we win. So I guess it doesn't matter? You're saying the team shouldn't try to win? No! Just that we probably don't even need to worry about it. Probably. Team Tads is a strong team. We sure are. Go team, go! P.2 seems more trusting now. Good work! Anything to help my fellow game masters. What do you do for fun? Like, keep talking about it because she's weirdly into it. I'm just like, hell yeah, bestie. I fly solo, right? Okay, about the vote. Save account. And hide vote. Maybe I shouldn't say. You can keep your secrets, then I will. Keeping secrets in a secretive contest is only natural. What secrets was you hiding there? Whatever it was, she wasn't willing to share it with me. Find out the secret. It's important for the integrity of the contest and for gossip. I have to talk to these people. Her morale improved. Okay, but I thought I'm gonna try the other option real quick. Guys, swear to God. Well, you know what? Her morale improved, right? She's happy, is what you're telling me. So like it's. Ugh. I got both, is what you're telling me? No. Hang out. Look at it. We got her an outfit, because I messed up. Oh! I made her a mummy. Rock out in the mummy. Okay, sure. Alright. 2 more. Alright, Larika. I wanted to chat with Larika about some things. We're gonna do our own little thing. Where were you? Exploring the hotel? It's pretty fancy, isn't it? Ask her about us. Yeah. Did they realize how hard it is to transition to talking about that? Fancy, yeah. The game master. He sure spends a lot on this contest. Yes, too much. If the contest is being run by a person, they would have to be one of the richest people alive. It's more likely that the contest is being run by a corporation. Corporations, they're super trustworthy, right? No. Of course not, I was just joking. So if the game master turns out to be a person, you trust him way more, is what you're saying. I'm not saying that. This was not working. Don't trust him either. Good. Good. I don't trust him either. He promised to let a criminal loose if the detective loses. There's something sinister about the contest. Exactly. The smartest criminals in Canada are supposedly in this contest with us. That could mean anything. We weren't given any further details. How long have they been serving their sentences? What is the nature of their crimes? How has their behavior been in prison? How high is the chance of recidivism? Without those questions answered, I can only assume possibility of the worst. Possibility of the worst. Maybe that was the key point to Larika's distrust. Dang it! Okay, carefully. Mode. Get in here. Yes. I don't trust him either. The best possibility. Safe. Cover my butt. It's true the Game Master has answered none of those questions, but what if we found out the answers were better than what you imagined? What if their crimes were minor offenses? What if their behavior has been good and the likelihood of recidivism is 0? And this contest, if the criminal wins, simply encourages them to live better lives? That would be better. What if the criminals were all wrongly convicted? I have to know for sure. I know that it's easy to focus on the most negative possibility. My brain does it too. But sometimes things don't turn out as bad as we think. You could be right, Struce. Time will tell. I do hope that you're right. Of course I hope so. As it is now, I can't enjoy this contest. If you're right, it would make me happy. This contest would simply be a fun game of puzzles, and my worries would wash away. Oh no. Somehow I've gotten through to her. I've given her hope. The worst thing I could have done. You moved the needle. Good work. You're a fabulous game master, Struce. She's annoying. Why did Larika listen to me? Why couldn't she just be her distrusting self as always? Why, Larika? Don't trust the game master, and don't trust me. Do anything for fun? So, do anything for fun? Is this some team building question? Settling into your team leader role, eh? Just wondering because you always seem so... never mind. Uptight? No. The contest puts me on edge. But trust me, when I'm not under constant surveillance, I know how to relax. I didn't believe it for a second. Cool, I totally believe you. So how do you like to relax? As for me, I like to play video games with my online friends. Maybe she was just waiting for me to open up to me. That's nice. She didn't take my bait! Find out what she does for fun, Struce. This could be important information. Yes, find out. Or else. Or else we'll be nice to you. That's not how threatening people works, Tosca. Man, choice. Working is relaxing? Working is relaxing. Maybe you find working so fun that you have no need to relax? Precisely. If I'm not working, then I can't relax. Every second feels like a waste. Do you have that feeling too, Struce? Not at all. Oh, what was the answer she would accept? Yes? Yes, of course. Workity work. Nothing more relaxing than grinding away on a case. That's the real joy of life, isn't it? Yes. Those midnight epiphanies, those all-night stakeouts, those coffee-stained case file mornings. I know what you mean, like when it's late at night and I'm playing security tapes to find a suspect. I'm too excited to sleep. Yes, I know. Nothing is more exciting than a 24-hour camera feed. I'm glad you understand. She seemed happy with me, but truthfully, I could never understand workaholics like Marika. Work was way more frustrating than relaxing. I also think nothing is more exciting than a 24-hour camera feed. You hear that, Struce? Even if you're a game master now, we're still watching your every move. And we know you didn't take a shower yesterday. We don't put cameras in the— Don't tell her that, Mar! Shut up now. Kane sure was fearsome. Who was up with the vote this time? Who was the best leader? Not sure what to make of it. Game Master assigned Tads as a leader, yet we are free to choose our own leader while solving the mystery like we did the past 2 rounds. So why does the leadership role even matter? This latest vote seems to be designed to get us thinking about it. Astute as usual. Share? Should we share who we voted for? I don't think there's much danger in revealing our votes this time. I voted for myself, and you? I had a feeling she would vote for herself. But she did seem like the best fit for the leader role. I voted for you too. Thank you. You didn't want to vote for yourself? Yeah, no. That was stressful. Besides, you enjoy it so much. Me? Enjoy it? She was smiling. Yay. Our morale improved. Alright. Last guy. Tads? I'm just gonna... He went to his room. You want to talk to him about something? He's probably asleep, right? Well, he shouldn't be. I gave him the medicine. She winked. Go make sure it had an effect. Tads knows you gave it to him, right? Of course. Right. Sorry, just making sure. He understands being awake is crucial to the team. Glad to hear it. Imagine having a teammate who's asleep all the time. What a nightmare. I would draw things on their face. That's not nice, Kane. I headed for Tad's room. He wasn't there, but his computer was open. Should I snoop? You are working with us now. Of course you should snoop. Report what you find, accurately. Okay, here goes. A squirrel! Trash was empty. Don't delete. Delete this. Delete. Type a word to look up in Canadian's Writer's Thesaurus. Chapter 100. Helping your life to greater deductive abilities. Mind over method. Pondered in my previous tome, most elusive are the powers of self-control. Mind training must be kept rigorous and constant for any lasting outcome. Though mental ascendancy is secured, the engagement is liable to adverse effects such as lassitude and increased appetite. Quick onset of hunger in turn leads to sudden initiation, causing a vicious cycle of extreme torpor which can result in a comatose state in the worst cases. The achievement of the super method is the result of an extreme over-reliance on a particular pattern of thinking, whether practiced intentionally or not. Personality seems to influence how this pattern emerges. The case of Red July and Shin 10 Point, dated, are recent well-documented examples. Ever since learning this, I have attempted repeatedly to achieve a super method used to meditate, but it continues to elude. Perhaps it is too late for me. Not every thinking pattern may be capable. Still, every detective should dedicate themselves in this pursuit. Imagine a future where all crime is instantly solved. The steps are known, but not many walk them. Blah, 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 blah. Create bullet point steps list here for easy comprehension. Oh my god, 100 chapters? His book is way too long. What does it say? Hold on, I'm reading. Enhancing your method can make you sleepy, and he's been trying to train his mind to enhance his method, but he hasn't succeeded. He's just a sleepy old man. It has nothing to do with his method at all. That's what everyone knew already. Yeah, but now I can prove it. Oh, let him be an old man. You expect old people to run around all day with the vigor of youth? Let him be in peace. He's the leader of our team, thanks to you guys, so I really don't have a choice. Give you permission to bring this to his attention. Thanks. Taz was waiting for me when I got back. Hey. Heard you were looking for me. Now you found me. Yes. I had to find the right moment to reveal what I found out. Didn't want to upset him. I wanted to chat about some things. So, you took the pill Anodyne gave you this time? Yes. All this time I never considered modern medicine could help the side effects of my method. I'm glad I can be more reliable from now on. Reliable, just like the game master, right? Too obvious. Don't be so impatient. Ugh. Reliable. Game master. He's been awake for the whole contest, so he's reliable that way at least. That's a bit rude. Sorry, I spoke without thinking. Then it came from your heart, did it? My heart? No. That was my hand talking. Stupid hand. She's acting like a clown. Somebody stop her before she tells a joke about a fish. Ah! My hand retracts its statement. Nope. Doesn't like that. Okay. Load. This. And we go all the way. All the way. Okay. It is what I was thinking. Perfect. Safe. Fine, I admit it. Fine, I admit is what I was thinking. Surely you don't think I'm as shady a character as the game master. He was laughing or coughing? Oh, how do you know the game master is always awake? It seems as though he's always watching, but maybe he goes to sleep from time to time. He didn't point out the sabotage clue in the last mystery. Hardly reliable. It's really hard to see the writing on a notepad from far away. Excuses, Mar? Fine, yes, they are excuses, you're right. The ambiguous rules were a key part of why Taz didn't trust the game master. Maybe that was my way in. Doesn't. Okay, good. Maybe he was testing us? A team who didn't see through that sabotage wouldn't be able to solve the mystery anyway. Remember, there are 5 of us. If none of us could do it, we'd have to be pretty lousy. I suppose that's one explanation. Sabotage may not be allowed after all. Definitely not. Game Master said that the team who did that would be punished. Remember? I don't recall that. I must have been preoccupied. Right, you've been sleeping by that point. That does make me feel better. Managed to win him over a little. So is writing what you like to do for fun? Writing? For fun? For work? For expanding the mind? I enjoy it, yes. And my photographs supplement my writing. You could say they balance each other. So academic. Maybe there was a way to appeal to that? Ah, yes, quite so, indubitably. Yes, indeed, it's indubitably true. Indubitably, indeed. Indubitably. What is she doing? Sorry, I got carried away. Don't apologize for having fun. Oh, sorry. Would you like to know the secret to writing? Oh, wow, is there a secret? Yes, of course there's a secret. A secret all published authors are keeping. It's why some can write books and some can't. Nobody dares to disclose it, except for me. Did I even want to know such sacred knowledge? I didn't plan on writing a book. Then again, he was trying to relate to me in his own way. I want to know the secret. It sounds unimportant. Ignore his question and change topics. Crap. Tell me the secret. Tell me the secret. Okay, I want to know the secret. Yes! The secret is simple, but you will instantly write the most engaging prose. Great. The secret is this. Ready? Yes. Oh wait, am I? The secret is to use a thesaurus. Let's eliminate him, please. Oh my god. Thanks for telling me, I guess. I don't disclose this, because it is embarrassing. But every paragraph of prose was created with a good thesaurus by the author's side. I've heard enough, thank you. Some big secret that was. Did you hear what the vote was this time? Yes, I feel conflicted. The Game Master seems to be taunting, but I won't lower myself to his level. I wonder what the point of him selecting you as leader was if it could be called into question so much. It'd be really cool to find out. Really, really cool. We won't tell you. Not because we can't, but because we won't. So petty. I didn't get a chance to vote, but I'm curious who you voted for. I promise I won't be offended if it wasn't me. Is that really true, though? Share vote. Good. Sure, what's the worst that could happen? We'll find out. I voted for Larika. A solid choice. She may be the smartest one on the team, and she's highly motivated. When someone's so eager to lead, I'm like, why not? Go ahead, person who wants to lead. Lead us, lead away! Rebecca will lead them off a cliff. Okay, so. Everyone should be good at the hangout. Right? Hunky dory. Hangout morale, 79%. I mean, they're all happy faces, so I'll take it. Files. Files. Come away. Many opportunities for experiences. V has been going out at night regularly for the duration of the mysterious Canadian detective contest, but where exactly does she go? Good point. Oh, it's right. I still have her in the mummy outfit. The tension in the air was mounting as the wait grew longer. Anticipation is a key aspect of romance. Sebi was clearly trying to set the mood properly. Very romantic of them. They will like the candles. We can wait as long as you like. I'm getting paid for this. You love to talk. A monitor should be quiet. Now, it is 5 p.m. Yes. Every hour the heart grows fonder. They say that. As an impartial observer, this would be the 8th person who didn't show up. You don't need to count. I like to count things. Have you ever counted all the... Yes. A detective must make note of everything. You could be one. No thanks. I'm getting the impression they aren't very dateable. Reminder that we can leave this creepy, empty skate park at any time. It's not creepy. Hobbies and interests form a well-rounded personality. There was no use to listening to us blabbering. Perhaps Sebi had replied and the phone's volume had been down. Let's wait another hour then, shall we? The monitor was so impatient. He clearly knew nothing about dating. Sharon? I'm late. Sorry. What is this, a child? You brought your skateboard. Yeah? Nice. I'm gonna be here watching you the whole time. Isn't that cool? Who's that? I'm paid to be here. Okay, it is a bit spooky at night. I get it. You said you weren't going to be in Montreal long, so what brings you here? A competition? Please note that you're not allowed to disclose any details about the contest. Is it a reality TV show? I can sign an NDA. Bring me a pen. Something even cooler than that. I advise you change topics. Any breach of the rules would disqualify you and your team. No big deal. So, what should we talk about? The perspective method is not only for thorough searches of crime scenes, it also shows how others see the world, exposing their true character, offering the best routes to get into their hearts. This requires a shift in perspective. Click the dials of the circular puzzle to align the image and see through the subject's perspective. It's an eyeball. Oh. Get it dead on with that. Nice. You just came here to be friends? Well, everyone starts as friends, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but you were on a dating app. You should have expected to have a date. I see what you're saying, but the first date is just to get to know each other, romantically, based on a brief conversation that you were having on a dating app. If I may say something here, no. As an impartial observer, you really shouldn't go to a date looking for a friend. It's weird. Alright, I see what you're saying, okay? I'll treat this like a romantic date. Want to hold my hand or something? You can do tricks on your skateboard. It is cool. You're a nice person and stuff, but I feel weird with the strange man standing here next to us. Maybe I'll catch you next time you're in Montreal. How about that? It may be best. Yeah. Swift and merciless. Or call the limo. On my way. I'm only one person, you know. Nothing to report except another failed date. I strongly suggest putting a limit on her mobility permits going forward. No rules broken or anything, though. Be there in 10. Yep. Here, I've stamped your time card for you. You think this is a waste of time? Yes. You must realize that the common denominator of every failed date is you. Isn't it also you? His lack of self-awareness was stunning. In my opinion, we shouldn't even allow detectives out at all, so be grateful. Do you think finding a soulmate is a waste of time? As an impartial observer, you can't find a soulmate and compete in a contest at the same time. Pick one. You are not an impartial observer. You interfere every time. You don't need to stand so close or announce yourself. Only doing my job. A complaint will be logged with the game master. You ruined the date. That's not my problem. How about this? You will maintain a proper distance from the date. I don't know what you mean by proper distance, but I can pretend not to know you. You will do that next time, and you won't file a complaint? Well then, he did not deserve a response. The contest had not been the opportunity that was expected. That was not his fault, but he was not helping. Morning getting everyone. I got 2 of the outfits. I'm like, oh, what are the other outfits? Anodyne, one of those cheerful people, it was because she saw the world as an illness that could be cured with kindness. Struce probably back soon, right? Yes, there's only one monitor. No doubt she was attempting to find the Game Master last night. Now that I'm under constant surveillance, she must be taking on the groundwork of our mission. Rika, single-minded, arrogant, she saw the world as though it was designed for her to control. That was the true reason why she was so observant. A sense of justice consumed her. But it was not her place to judge others. This morning sky is inspiring the writing spirit inside me. Tads. Mindful, exacting. He saw the world as though it was on the precipice of ending. This gave him purpose, but what good was it for others? We should enjoy this nice hotel room while we're here, don't you think? Look at all these amenities! The wine is a nice present. Oh, you're all up already. Struce. She was a mess of anxiety and addiction. To her, the world was frightening. She needed to protect herself in layers of self-loathing to deal with it. I should pack. I look forward to your report. What? Yes. She stumbled away out of the room, bothered by something. Wonder where she went yesterday. She'll tell you eventually. She's terrible at keeping secrets. Wonder where you went yesterday, P. She won't tell you. Rika thought she was special just because she knew. She was not that special. Exploring an opportunity. Welcome back. Right, that's what you said before. Speaking of opportunities, the next round. Rika perked up. The leader of the team has not been picked. Oh, should we do it now? Yes, I'd be happy to be the team leader again. If you want to? Just kidding. Rika had not been kidding. This time it should be V. You're clearly very eager to do it. I'm curious how you think the team should be led. She's becoming more likable. Do you have any thoughts, Anodyne? Sounds great. Let's give everyone a chance to be the leader, just like our government does. Ugh! She didn't understand how the government worked, but she was becoming more likable as well. I have no problem with rotating, and you have been insightful, V. Now we just need Struce to weigh in. She is likely to agree. She does not want to be the leader again. That's true. It's decided then. Let's see what you can do, V. Rika had a smirk on her face. So it was a challenge. Now accepted. That's all you needed? Yes, the $100 will be deposited into your account. I feel pretty bad. Don't worry, she blames me, not you. We'll tell you when the contest is over. I think it'll be too long to wait. Too bad it isn't a dating contest. Yeah, bad luck, buddy. I'm so mean. I should act more professional. Skate park's clear. Remove the blockades. I hope everyone's having a wonderful 5-hour flight. We're approaching our next destination. Equally? Viv, isn't that your... Viv's home, eh? Wait, that's... V? They did not make this fuss over Struce during the Ottawa stage. It was a little ignorant of them. Just because someone was born in Equally does not mean they always lived there. They could have moved to Igloo-like at a young age after a tragic family-related event, for example. But it was not the other's fault. People don't usually blab out their whole life stories to each other. It's good we decided she should be the leader this time. What? She's the leader? You decided without me? We assumed you would agree. You assumed right, but still. Being team leader should be trickier than expected, but as soon as trust was established, everyone would accept it. That's great. I think I like Struce. It's just like, ah. Equality. It's Inuit. Wet. Qual wet. Co-wet? Co-wet? Canadian. It's not good. Rika was too distracted to come up with a new plan to find the other team members, so the Game Master promptly shuttled everyone to the next round's location. Welcome to the Museum of Carvings and Crafts in Kuwait. I'm freezing. I have thin bones. They don't protect me. This is quite warm. There can be wind chills as low as -62 degrees here. Struce let out a pained, yakking sound. She did not truly know the cold. The cold can be a great friend, if you let yourself embrace it. You'll have 2 hours to solve the mystery, so get inside where it's warm, detectives. You have also provided hot beverages. Oh, we have also provided hot beverages. This mystery is called Vicious Art. Cold is jolting me awake, more awake than ever. And also your medication, Mr. Tad. It's certainly true. Let's head inside. The mystery will not last long. Be careful not to get too confident. The mysteries are getting more difficult. Your advice is noted, Larika. After you, team leader. Thank you. The mystery waits. Good luck, the Game Master. She saw the world as a game. And even a place about as remote as it is possible to be was playing it. She'd never have brought the contest to full weight. When someone breaks into your home, you never feel safe again. Read chapter 11. So let's see. This is chapter 11. There's 12, 13, 14, 15, and that would be case 3. Trying to see how far we can get because I know Friday I have a meeting, so I'm like, it's probably not going to be a full 6-hour day, but we can try. Look away. A chilling new mystery awaits the detectives in Kuwait. What kind of a team leader will the Tristan and occasionally superficialist V be? Okay. Ooh. Oh. This is different because we've never started with the victim before. Interesting movie. Not just interesting, vital. Now I know why you were bothering Struce about what she was going to do first. After entering the museum, perspective had been used to locate the victim, and only a few minutes later, the team had assembled in front of her. Though the team had protested skipping over the other rooms, there was a proper order to things. The victim's point of view is the most important, yet is often neglected by investigators. You start from the victim. Learn everything you can, and proceed. I never thought of that, but it does make sense. The dead talk through their wounds, as us coroners say. Now that Team Tad's had a proper leader, the mystery would be solved soon. Stand. Autopsy. Since we're at the victim already, I can just, yes, do it. Let's autopsy what we're dealing with. Alright. Crushed, bloody, suffocated. I'm gonna say a broken nose. Hit with an object. It's definitely bloody. No damage? Okay, correct. It's definitely bleeding. Multiple stab wounds? Okay, accurate. Multiple stab wounds. Internal bleeding. Perfect. The victim has been really messed up. Whoever the killer was, they were vicious. Time of death? From what I can tell looking at the wounds, she was killed about an hour and a half-ish ago, maybe even less, and it was 9:30 to 10 p.m. There was still more to discover about the first victim. The record was useless. It's been useful. You see that phone next to the victim? Oh yeah, that's a relief. I was worried I wouldn't have something to do this time. I can crack this wide open. Search for clues to figure out the passcode. I mean, what? 1 6 8 0. Search for clues to figure out the passcode. Is it 6180? Maybe 8610. Right, because it's 1, then it goes down, and then it goes boom, boom. Maybe it's 0168. Search for clues to figure out the passcode to the phone. Well, you're not letting me leave. Clues where? This is a tough one. I don't have time to hack in the phone. Maybe there's some way to find her passcode. Yeah, the fingerprints. 6180. 6801. Looks like there are fingerprints on the phone screen. 8601. Nope, that was a 4. 80. 8610. 1068. The fingerprints are smudged. It's like she was dragging her finger while entering her passcode. That would be a way to figure out the right sequence of numbers. Okay. you saying it's 8? Oh. 6 what? No. Is it 8016? Because it, you know, starts here. I see a little line, so come down, and then I see this smudge, so I go up. And I hit this, but I also see this smudge over here. I don't know, maybe it's 1, 6, 8, oh, that's what I originally put. Looking at the fingerprints, they have little streaks coming off of them indicating direction. Right, and that's what I'm doing, but apparently it's not. So what do you think it is? Because I've tried a good couple of combinations already. Also, hi, Wolf. Alright, let's try that. 1806. How'd you guys get... Because I see this streak, so I'm thinking here, but you guys went to here? But then how would your brain go to whatever. Whatever, you guys are smart. You're better detectives than me. Ugh. Everyone's so cool. Text message was sent today. You coming to the art show opening tonight? I'm so proud of you, Chad. Good job. I'm just like, I'm trying. I was going too far off my streak because I was going to this streak. This streak. Yeah, no reply. Who was it sent to? Whoever it was, she didn't add them to her contacts. Strange thing to send to a stranger. Rika was being insightful for once. The victim, Laura, is understood, and the profile of the killer is taking shape. Maybe we'll understand more when we take a look at the second victim? Second victim. They sometimes call me the puzzler. The second victim was slightly hidden behind the exhibit sign. He appears to be a janitor. His perspective should be understood as well. Autopsy? Alright, let's see. I see no damage. I see no damage. Okay. Definitely bleeding. Hit once. Bashed. Eaten? Okay. Ooh, brain damage. Internal bleeding. Head trauma. Perfect. Well, I'm glad your brain helped you. He was hit on the head, suffered from internal bleeding, and likely died within a minute, around the same time. Okay, both dead. Got it. He probably wasn't the target of the killer then. Or there were two killers, each with a different modus. Many possibilities. Do not leap to the possibilities so soon, Larika. Take in the evidence first. I'll keep my thoughts to myself then, team leader. Larika was annoyed, but it was her own fault. She should have learned to keep herself open until everything was known. He's pointing at something. What's he pointing? Pointing to Laura. Larika's brain was working hard. Oh boy. The second victim had been understood. This killer isn't like the ones in the previous mysteries, are they? They're much more violent. I'm starting to get creeped out. Let's move on quickly, please. I'm so surprised, Struce. Don't you see scenes like this often? I'll solve internet crimes, okay? Like what? Like who sabotaged our place with a bot army to advertise their gambling website? What is that? What are you talking about? It's a shame my great deeds will be lost to the never-ending churn of information junk. But that's the price of being an internet detective. Struce's brain was easily distracted. She needed to be given clear goals in order to be useful. The rest of the crime scene remains to be examined. You got it, team leader. The space was now understood. The investigation could properly begin. Big flare. Okay, so, boom. I'm impressed they could make these detailed sculptures without modern tools. Yes, remarkable. That big spike kind of stands out among these animals. A marlin spike, used for tying ropes on boats. It looks clean. The killer used it as a weapon. They did a good job of covering their tracks. It's too clean. Too intact. Too polished. It's hard to believe it is really that old. Glad we have an expert here. Check it out. You really mean that? I guess he got, well, this thing. Carvings of the early Inuit. It's about the early Inuit? Yes, they're sometimes called... I'm gonna try. Taisu Mania Luminet. They lived here about 800 years ago. Wow. A lot of history to compress into one exhibit. That's the nature of history museums. They are not to be trusted. What a cute little owl collection.
Anodyne, you should pick one up. It could be a clue. What? I can't touch that. It's in a museum. The museum probably stole it. Besides, this is an investigation. You say so. It's heavy. Interesting. I don't see how that is relevant to the case. You weren't asked. Rika was way too confident. There's a back door there. Let me see. She turned the handle. It's locked. Makes you think about how different people see the world, doesn't it? Exactly. There's a bear. What do you think? Is the bear attacking or is it playing? Looks like it's attacking to me. Is that so? You deserve congratulations. You have completed the understanding of the space with time to spare. Yes, I feel happy. So far we're on track, but let's not congratulate ourselves yet. There's still the rest of the museum. A team needs regular encouragement to boost energy. Celebrating each achieved goal accomplishes that. Rika knew nothing about how to be a good team leader. Yes, we achieved our first goal. Great. So salty. To summarize, there are 2 victims, killed in different ways. There could be more than one killer, and the murder weapon is still unclear. These things should be kept in mind going forward. Team meeting over. Onward. Honestly, makes sense. She's doing great. Ooh, this is much less scary. I think I left my bag back there. Want to get it, Struce? Why me? Sorry, I just had to. It's okay. I'm half joking. Sort of. Focus team. Perspective? Perspective. Alright, we good to move? Okay. I want to move, and then it's like, screenshot, saved. Go. We got 2 more. This is something. The bathroom? Here's a helpful map. Okay, janitor closet, Laura, janitor, Hazel, entrance. Okay. I see, so that's how it is. The space was now mapped out. The next phase of our understanding began. It's a lot. Not part of the mystery. The Game Master's coffee is a bit weak. I agree. Well, I didn't notice because I added 6 lumps of sugar. Disgusting. Not part of the mystery? I think it's pretty clear this is just for us and not part of the mystery. That's so good right now. But what if it's an awesome meta trick by the Game Master? Maybe the murderer ate one of these bagels, you know? Come on, it'd be so cool. It would indeed be cool. We should add this to the case file B. Yes. Pointless but harmless. This is where we took off our shoes when we came in. They think the killer's shoes are hidden there as well. They will be revealed in time. The shoes, the killer. Is this Hazel's phone? Yes. Struce rubbed her hands together with glee. Yes, indeed. Get to happen. Okay, this I can do. So, done, 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 done. Maybe they mean upside down, so done, 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 done. Now, maybe going around. So maybe 1, 7, 0, 6, 8. No. 1, 7, 8, 0, 6. No. Well, if I rotate it, maybe 6, 8, 0, 7, 1. No. Sticking out on a computer seems like it could be a hint. You don't say. You don't say. Ooh, maybe it's the other way. Maybe it's 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. No. It has this turning thing, so maybe 4, 9, 3, 2, 5. No. Squares seem to represent the number pad, but what could the arrow mean? I'm assuming it means either go around in this sequence
or turn it. If I input the numbers represented by X's and the squares on the sticky note in the same direction as represented by the arrow, I think I'll have cracked it. So what, you're saying 1, 6, 7, 8, 0? No, that's what I tried earlier. So 1, 7, 8, 0, 6 in the direction of the arrow. 7, 0, 6. I think I typed it wrong. 7, 0, 8, 6. Oh. Her only call today was from Spam Risk. It lasted 30 seconds. It was so very close to when the murder took place. That is very important. Thank you, Struce. Sure. Two killed in polar bear attack. Local paper. 2 killed in polar bear attack. It says the attack took place in a park near Wait. That's terrible. There were 2 other polar bear attacks in the past month as well, according to this article. We'll have to watch yourselves out there. So many bear attacks is a bit unusual. Hopefully the campers were not doing something to provoke the bears. Yeah, campers were not local. What do you think of the trash? Oh, I see it's a mountain. The museum's got some great marketing. It'd be better if they just focused on exhibits. Under construction. The exhibit is not open yet. A secluded place for the murder to occur. The door doesn't even have a lock on it from what I can tell. That's a big pane of glass. Gives me anxiety. Worried it will break, Struce? No. The murder was in plain sight of anyone who would bothered to stand in front of it. That thought is a bit chilling. It's thanks to this glass that the crime was discovered quickly. At least there's that. Yeah. The killer must have used those glass doors to enter the exhibit. Think there are any fingerprints? Probably, but we don't have a way to gather them. Too bad you aren't a forensic expert, V. Yes, too bad. What about the restroom? Nothing to see here. What about the trash can? Empty. Alright, let's talk to you. I'm the museum's resident curator, Hazel. Even though a murder happened here, I assure you that our museum is still really cool and awesome. I hope you visit again under better circumstances. Luckily, I had nothing to do with the exhibit in question. It says it's literally curated by you. What are you talking about? Exhibit sign directly contradicts your statement. Nicely done, B. That was very easy. What I bet was nothing to do with the murder. In fact, my actions should have made it harder for the murderer. As you can see, the exhibit has not yet opened. In fact, I issued a cancellation notice yesterday. Nobody was supposed to be here today. Nobody was supposed to be here today? Suspicious. Yet, on Laura's phone, her text makes it seem like the art show was still on. That was her mistake. Well, the truth is, I decided to make it a private art show and delay the public opening. She may have assumed she could invite someone. No guests allowed, so I would have turned them away, but she was alone when she arrived, and she left after an hour at around 9 p.m. Okay. Wait. Yeah? Yet the autopsy report indicates that her death was between 9:30 and 10. That ought to do it. So she hadn't left after all? Alright, you seem smart. I promise, I'm usually less evasive. I'll tell you everything. Good, she's talking to us. Nice. Buns on her chest lit up. As I said, I'm the curator. The only curator, actually. Still a small operation right now. Come back later and it'll be a much bigger museum, you'll see. Laura. She was a very talented artist. There are a few pieces of hers in the art show. I don't know who would do such a thing. And to kill my friend, Mr. Suddy, as well. So brutal. I was in the art gallery the whole time until I got an anonymous phone call. I looked into the dark exhibit, but I couldn't see anything, so I turned on the lights. That's when I saw the bodies. I called the police as soon as I could. As you know, we don't have a 911 line here, so I had to look up the number. I was 5 minutes past 10. I stood by the crime scene until you arrived. The only way out is through that main entrance over there. If the killer had tried to escape, I would have seen them. Voice told me to check the exhibit. I didn't recognize it. Interrogation complete. Museum's curator, eh? I don't buy it, but could she have murdered the victim anywhere, but she chose her own exhibit? What's the reason behind the self-sabotage? These murders are brutal. The killer struck in a violent rage. She may not have had that big picture in mind. Now, that idea is contradictory. If Hazel is a brutal killer, who kills without any plan, then a certain piece of evidence is out of place. If Hazel kills, then a certain piece. Yeah, I'd say the phone call, right? Yes. You mean the call. If she's the killer, she would need to fake getting the call that lured her to the exhibit. That doesn't match the profile of an impulsive killer. It would need to be planned in advance. Well, that's true. Faking a call to yourself isn't something you can improvise in just a few minutes. Only a genius hacker, like myself, would already know how to do it. There is a simple explanation for this. The crime could be premeditated, but arranged to look spur of the moment. Then we return to my first point. Why would the curator murder someone in their exhibit? Remains to be seen. I think it's time to see what's in that art gallery. Don't you, V? She was being bossy again. You are correct this time, Larica. There's nothing more to do here. The art gallery awaited. Gallery of Modern Art. Oh, where should we start? It shall be determined. Perspective. Perspective. Wait. Oh, there we go. There's one. Two. 3. 4. 5. Perfect. The map needs an update. It is now complete. There is much to investigate. Care for some cheese, Struce? No thank you. I'm a bit put off by cheese at the moment. Okay. And I ate some cheese. Very strong flavor. I'll just remain here for the time being. Enjoy yourself. To keep team spirits high, you have to allow them to have fun. Nobody likes a leader who ruins fun. That's true. I felt like I was such a damper today at work, but it was just like, y'all are complaining. Please keep working. That's okay. Eventually it got done. What does it mean? You should find your own meaning in it. Don't ask people to tell you what it means. V is wrong. There is always the intended meaning, which is the most relevant one. An interpretation which differs from the intention is useless. Looking for your own meaning is the intended meaning. Circular. Looking at the painting's description, what do you see? Darkness forms angry, jagged points, resembling a bear-like presence, piercing through color and space, engulfing the viewer in its rage. A red dot sticker indicating it has been sold. No. The description tells you what the painting means. Rage. That's what I like about abstract art. It communicates ideas in a grounded way so you can solve the mystery for yourself. But there's always a true answer to this. You just think there's an answer because you crave satisfaction. You'll never be satisfied. Sorry. You were scared by the idea that something may not have a correct solution. Do I look scared? Exactly. Exactly. Your question just now was also an answer. And so sometimes they are the same thing. Riker with closed mind. The only correct way to appreciate art is to have an open mind. It's pretty cool art though. October earnings art gallery exhibit. Don't miss this. Small but important. That's barely enough to keep the lights on. Interesting. Private showing. I wonder how many people were there. The less the better. It makes it easy to keep track of everyone's movements. This side. Not an exit. Store doesn't open. Look through the window. That's the exhibit room. Maybe it only opens from that side? I'll check. Anodyne sure loves to leave us a lot. She's just being helpful. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Ta-da! So the killer could exit through that door. Eeh. Or not. The sound reminds me of the Game Master's wonderful chime. That's a loud chime. So the only way out of the exhibit without being noticed is the main entrance. I can't talk to you, but I can talk to you. I'm sorry, I'm just sad because this painting is so sad. It's not sad. Good morning. I'm gonna wrap up this interrogation and we can call it quits. Here. Yeah, he's snoozing in the box. He's cute. It supposedly represents wait till he's waking up. However, your personal interpretation of the painting is still valid. No need for the commentary, V. The game master clearly agrees with me. Reika was desperate for someone to confirm her intelligence. Very insecure. Fine. I'm upset because I don't feel safe. I'm worried I'll be killed by the polar bear, too. Fair, but it was non-locals who were murdered. The attack was at a park. There was no reason to think the polar bear got into the museum. Yeah, you're right, but I don't think I'll stay here in Kuwait. It's too dangerous around here lately. I was already planning on moving to Ontario. The bear attacks, and now this murder. It's too much. I caught a glimpse of them in here. I peered through and saw her lying in a pool of blood under the blob. Under the blob? Oh, there we go. I was like looking for it. I was like, where's my bear statue? Bear statue. I need 2 evidence. There's no pool of blood under Laura. And that is not a blob, it's a polar bear sculpture. It only looks like a blob from behind. I'm impressed with your deductions, V. Reika seemed a bit impressed too, as she should. You're right. The lights were completely off in the exhibit at that time, so that statue looked like a big shadowy blob. I didn't see the body either. I wasn't here when the murder happened. I just imagined what it must look like. A terrifying thought. Her buttons have lit up. I'm Destiny Nikuja. Sorry, I've got a lot on my mind. I make sculptures myself. Never been to this museum before. I thought maybe they could show some of my sculptures here one day. Sometimes things happen which shatter your world. I thought I had some rough days in the past, but this day, the worst day of my life. I'm shocked to see something like this here in Kuwait. I got to the art gallery at 9 and I left at 9:20. Didn't know anyone, so there wasn't much to talk about. Hazel called later, told me something terrible had happened and that I need to come back to the museum. After I got back, she described the scene in the next room. I don't remember much after that. Oh, there was one thing. Somebody set off that door chime at like 9:15. Don't know who it was. Destiny's interrogation was complete. I gotta find a stopping point. A sculpture artist, very relatable and likable. Her shock and sadness are real. I don't doubt it. However, there's an important point to consider. She doesn't have an alibi for the time of the murder. She could have entered the exhibit. The true question in this case is not how the culprit entered, it's how they could leave. And it's hard to see how she could leave. I'm marking her as highly suspicious. Everyone is suspicious. Think so? I will expose my thoughts later. And then we will call it here. We will get some savies. And I guess I can work on the outfits. It'll let me. It should let me, right? Just hanging out and stuff. There we go. We're gonna call it a day because it is Whittle Wednesday, so we got an extra hour. That's not bad. Oh, he's coming out of his box. But yeah, that just means Friday we'll most likely wrap it up and hopefully start our gifted games again. Alright, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. And until next time, Suzu Smasi. Bye-bye.